And welcome. We are the Lost Caravan RPG. We do one-shots, we do mini campaigns, we do long-running campaigns. If it's TTRPG, we pretty much do it all. Tonight, part 2 of our Alien RPG two-shots, our finale, which, if you've seen any Alien movies, you know that the finale always plays out well for all of the characters involved. It always goes well. Even if you're the main character, won't spoil anything, but it's like a 30-year-old movie. Go watch it. Anyways, I do have just a few announcements to go through, and then we'll get to killing all these. Surviving with all these characters.
Oh no, I'm gonna die. You can say it. It's fine. It's a one shot, Hope.
But why, James? Why would you die?
I don't know. This channel and me dying.
Never.
I've.
First off, we have the website that we usually use to make our tokens, HeroForge.com. It's a fantastic website where you can make hyper-customized miniature models and get them sent straight to your door. You can even paint them there on the website, which was an amazing feature when they added it. I was so excited. But they're constantly adding new gear, new weapons, new poses, like action poses, new armor, spell effects, runes, all that amazing stuff. And you can use the link there in chat, posted by the lovely Pio Nova, to not only get cool stuff, but support us in the process. And we heckin' love you for it. Our other sponsor, as I come over and start playing the music. Oh. It's Epidemic Sound. It is a website that has a massive library of royalty-free songs and sounds of any mix and match genre you could really ever want. It's what we use for all of our streams. They're absolutely fantastic. If you are a streamer or content creator like we are, and you have to worry about content or not content strikes, copyright strikes.
Copyright.
We have never had to worry about that with Epidemic Sound, which has been a huge load off our minds. So if you are in the need of copyright-free music, royalty-free music, you can use the link there in chat, again, posted by the lovely Pio Nova, to get 2 months free access to their entire library. And at the end of the 2 months, if you decide that you don't really need it anymore, you can absolutely cancel, and it still supports us either way. And once again, we heckin' love you for it. Alright, correct me if I'm wrong, but the casting call is still open until tonight. The casting call to roll dice with us next month is closing tonight. You can find that not only on our Twitter, but you can find that in our Discord. The link to join is down below. It's that big old button that says Discord. We would absolutely love to roll some dice with you. We love having new people. If you see games we play that you want to learn, we love teaching new people games. We just love hanging out, being nerds. Yeah. I guess I could probably go down the line of what we have coming up, if I were smart. Tomorrow, we have a game of Cult, which, the only game that we've played on the channel that comes with a warning beforehand, because, wow, is that game dark. On the 26th, we have a game of Fate Core. On the 27th, we have a game of Locus, run by one of the creators of the game, Crazy Sauce. On the 28th, usually Lancer Sunday, but we just finished Season 1, and we're taking a little break, so we are giving people a chance to come in that don't usually get to play Lancer, and either learn the game, or, just play around, because it's a super fun system. And the cast and crew that we have set up for that looks absolutely fantastic. So hopefully you come and check it out. On the 29th, we have a game of Vampire the Masquerade, which I love vampires, so yeah. Oh, I think that's more than enough out of me. This music is far too cheery. Oh, no, that's too actiony. Need something nice. Nice, even tone. Perfect. Turn down. I'm upset that no one said for what. Anyways. I do want to give
I'm sorry,
My-
even that reference is slightly dated for me.
do want to
I
give
was
my
in
lovely
sixth grade.
cast and crew here a chance to introduce themselves and the characters that they're playing tonight, starting on our screen from right to left, starting with Taylor.
Hi, I'm Taylor. I use she, her pronouns, and I am playing Janice McWhirr, who also uses she, her pronouns. We'll see how long I'll be playing Janice, because I really don't know how I survived last session.
All right.
Hey, at least you survived.
Over to Meg.
I want it noted that not only did Janice McWhirr survive, she survived unscathed. Unlike
Yeah,
me,
completely
Meg
unscathed.
Mysteria, who was playing Hannah Singleton and got down to 1 HP and was very close to dying before fortunately ducking into a med bay. But yeah, that's me. Hi, I'm Meg. I'm playing Hannah. This is my bread and butter. I'm gonna throw it over to, is it Jeff that's next to me?
It's Jeff.
Jeff.
Hi, Jeff. Hi, I'm Jeff. I am playing Morgan Hirsch, which everyone abandoned, along with some aliens last time. Carter. Sig ran from me. Sorry, I'm confusing you with the character you died with last time. Janice left me. Hannah's left me. Like, I thought I was doing a good job, but like, just left me alone, guys. Over to you, James.
Oh, hi, James.
Hi! I'm so glad to be here with my 100% original character that was definitely alive last session, which is technically true. He was just taking a little bit of a nap. And yeah, nothing else has happened to me in this game. I don't know what blob, of existence I was in last week, but I'm so excited to see what this 100% my first time ever playing Alien experience is gonna be like. This should be fun.
Yeah, I mean, I think for all of us here except for Meg, this is our first adventure into this game. And it's so good, but wow, is it brutal.
I'd be scared if it was Alien and it was just like, here, have a little hug and kiss. Give the face crawler just wants to cuddle. It doesn't want to climb on you.
I mean, you didn't really give it a chance.
I gave it plenty of chances. I put it in my pocket. I put it in a bag. And then its older cousin said, hey, let's fuck up your day.
Yes, it does. Well, to give us just a little bit of recap before we get to the loveliness of aliens. Just a The crew of the Carthage picked up the AI of the Carthage picked up a signal of a floating space hull, a carrier ship, cargo ship that looks like it's been just dead in space for who knows how long. Life support signs showed bare minimum. The engines were cold. In fact, the escape pods were even still showing as active. So, by all means, this should have just been a dead vessel. Being part of the scavenger crew was not an opportunity that you could all pass up, because the scavenge from this ship could set you up for life. Being brought in, all cut your way through one of the bulkhead doors, made your way into the ship, find that it was all nearly pitch black. Found your way over to engineering, started the emergency generator. That gave you some light in the form of flashing red beacons throughout the halls, throughout some of the rooms. Of course, the lights are red because it doesn't mess with your dark vision. So that when it's not on, you aren't immediately blind. That's when something attacked Hirsch. Got stabbed in the leg and thankfully passed the ensuing check, otherwise would have been unconscious for a good while. There were some unfortunate encounters with some of the crew that has actually survived aboard the Sagittarius, ship that you're currently on. They said something about the new gods, about going to learn what they have in store for you, going to learn how to worship them. Apparently, the four of you took a particular offense to that, because ended up killing this individual. In fact, I think you killed all three of the individuals you came across. Though, with most of you escaping out of harm's way, some of you more narrowly than others, Hannah pledged to the medbay, where you got patched up. Sig followed very closely behind, but did not stop at the medbay. Continued running deeper into the ship. Following behind him was Hirsch and McWhirr. Two of you did stop in the medbay, knocking on the door, pounding, trying to get Hannah's attention. Eventually, with a gun pulled on you, the door was opened, you were allowed in, everyone had a chance to catch your breath, focus, think of better memories, better times, and to stitch up whatever wounds you may have. That's when poor Sig found one of the other occupants of this ship. A massive creature, clad in black, almost plate armor, chitinous armor across its entire body, a long, wicked tail extending from the back with a blade at the end. It gave Sig a few seconds to take in what was happening before it opened its mouth and a smaller set of jaws shot out, obliterating most of Sig's skull. Fortunately for him, he did not die there. He was kept alive so that they could start the ovomorphing process. Now, we pick up back at the medbay. There are 3 survivors. Found a series of cryopods. All of them but one having been intentionally sabotaged. Last one read 1 Carter Powell, engineer. Figuring that at the very bare minimum, you could use this individual as fodder, as a decoy, decided to thaw him. And I will jump over to you, Carter. Last you remember, the ship was about to embark on a very, very long journey. Having just raked a planet of anything unusual, the scavenge teams are usually pretty vague on what they find. Come back with whatever looks interesting, really. There was something odd. As your cryopod was initiating, it was almost like screaming. And then you were out. Now, the drugs again pumping into your system, revitalizing you. Open your eyes, the mist starts to clear, pupils take a few seconds to refocus. Staring up at a dark, dark room, other than that red emergency lights occasionally flickering, and 3 faces that don't look. You might be muted.
I was testing that to see if you knew I was muted. I needed to make sure my voice was on point before I said anything. I was gonna accidentally do Sig's voice over again out of pure habit, but I had to quickly switch it at the last minute. Carter looks out, sees the 3 faces, and goes, Alright. Who are you? What do you want? Why the fuck did you trip my alarm?
We tripped your alarm because you're on a ship that's basically dead in the sky.
How the...
How long you been asleep, son?
For a while. Doesn't feel too long, but I guess that's how sleep's supposed to work. I don't know, a couple days maybe?
I think Janice is trying to figure out how to ask this new person about any kind of religious or cult affiliation that he may have, but doesn't know exactly how. So it's just kind of like trying to size him up and see if there's any like knives or obvious signs that he worships monsters.
Well, the good news is I'm still in my cryopod, so I don't exactly got a lot of things on me.
Basically,
I'm practically...
a thin white tank top and underwear.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Now, look, I don't think I need to do any cavity searches to prove that I got jack shit on me, so I'm unarmed.
Is hesitating, saying, making the joke that you are armed since you have to, but we'll skip that and say, well, you think you better come with us.
Sorry, what is happening here? Can someone give me like a... Look, they don't tell me shit, alright? I'm just the maintenance guy.
Morgan grabs him by his shirt and pulls him closer. Your ship just went loco, buddy. They've killed
okay.
people, and there's
Oh.
something else on this ship trying to kill other things. None of it makes sense. If you want to live, follow. If you don't, suit yourself.
Well, I very much like to live. I have a question though. Does me living involve me getting changed real quick? Because I would very much like to get into more survivable wares and not just me and my undies the entire time.
I think that'll help you live, yeah. If you have stuff in here, you should put it on.
Great. I'm gonna go make sure I get some clothes on. Because space is cold.
Swinging your legs out of the cryopod, you now get a full take-in of the room now that your eyes started to adjust. And you see the pile of bodies scattered around edge of the medbay.
That
All
was not us. Those were
disfigured,
their enemy.
horribly mangled, missing most of their chest cavities or limbs. Got hacked to pieces.
Carter looks at them and go, it's gonna be one hell of a fucking thing to clean up. And then grabs his jacket and starts like throwing it on.
I did already give
He's
you
like
your
completely
inventory.
unfazed.
Hey Carter, I got a
is-
question for you.
I got an answer. What?
What day did you go into stasis?
I know it was a Tuesday.
You got a date?
Hold on. Let me ask God. God, did I have a date?
No, you're single.
Shit.
It
This explains so much about my backstory.
it would have been about a year ago from today.
Okay, but like, can we get a little bit more? I feel like if I said a year ago to today, I feel like I'm gonna get like shot. So like, can we make up some number, please? It was a Tuesday about a year ago. I don't know, just some. I just know it was quite a bit of time ago, and I'll pull up a clock and look at the actual date and go, that number minus 1 is about exactly how long it's been. And like he'll finish like throwing out his like worker's belt, and you know he has like a few tools on him. All right.
Lovely GM, would you remind me what the date of the last entry for those logs were, and how long those our friends on the ship said that they were floating dead in space for?
The last of the logs ended, I think, about 3 months ago.
Which is about how long the cultists said that they were floating as well. I believe, right?
Yeah.
What do you think on Singleton?
Again, our friend here
Sorry.
really doesn't know jack shit about what's going on. If he went to cryo a year ago.
I'm sorry. You know what? Maybe we should establish names because we're gonna keep saying Singleton, and I thought it was the other fellow over there. My name's Carter Powell. You can call me just Powell, or you can call me just Carter. I really don't give a fuck. And who the hell are you?
I'm Janice McWhirr. I gesture at the other two and I say, that's Morgan Hirsch, that's Hannah Singleton. We're the crew of the Carthage. Is that right? Carthage? Yeah.
Well, welcome to the Sagittarius. Apparently shit's fucked, and I don't know why.
Yeah, we gotta get out of here. My plan is that we should blow the ship up.
I'm sorry, what?
We should blow this ship up because there's something on it that shouldn't.
There's
No one
multiple
else-
things that shouldn't be on this ship.
There's an infestation.
So
Hmm.
you won't have to clean the
Okay.
ship. I mean, that's a positive.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, I don't do janitorial work, more of just like tech maintenance. You know, I take some orders from the higher ups. I fix some stuff. You know, standard low level employee.
Since you do some of this, would you know we need to either get some weapons or reload some of our tools? Would you be able to tell us
Well-
where we could get either of those?
Well, you know what? That is a fantastic question. You know who can answer that?
God.
God?
I've,
Do I have an internal map in my head of where to find shit?
absolutely. Cargo bay.
It's in the cargo bay.
Alright.
Wow, Hirsch, somebody as religious as you.
Oh, I'm actually an atheist. I can just hear voices in my head. They tell me where to go and information I need at any convenient time.
Sometimes depending on roles.
Oh, that's just the twist of fate playing a little trick in there, darling. Now, I said we go to the cargo bay, and I got nothing else beyond that.
There's one of
I
those
got
things in the cargo bay.
one of
Almost killed
the
me.
what thingies. The what things.
I don't know what they are. They're giant creatures that have sharp teeth and chitinous armor, visual armor.
Well, seeing as we have not many weapons, I don't, and my torch is almost out. We won't make it to the front of the ship and back if we don't have something else, or at least recharge. We need weapons to make it. So I say we have to go to the cargo bay.
I agree with you. I'm just letting you know there is one of those things in the cargo bay, so we should be aware.
It's do or
There's gonna
die.
be a whole lot more of these things because you're looking at. There were 6 bodies in this room, right?
More
That
than
had-
that.
First,
Oh,
but that
burst,
had the bursting cavities.
burst cav. I don't know that anyone ever went around and counted, but there's a few at least. In fact, if you would like to go and inspect the bodies, we're more than welcome to.
Might not be a bad idea if they have stuff on them.
Go forth and do great things if you're going to. I wanted to ask clarification questions.
I'll check the bodies.
Do you have any medical expertise?
No, I don't believe so.
Most of the bodies are pretty hacked up. Do
I'm looking, just to clarify, I'm not looking necessarily for medical stuff. I'm looking to see if they have weapons or like
Yeah.
things that we can use.
just curious.
Yeah.
You kind of make your way through them all. Most of them have been pretty well stripped. The wounds also look as bloody and extreme as you saw them when you first stepped in the you roll observation for me.
One success.
You know what a knife wound looks like. Wound inflicted by just a jagged or a sharp piece of metal. A lot of these injuries, a lot of these severed limbs, they look more straight, like they were cut with a blade rather than being ripped apart by an alien.
Oh, okay. I think these bodies that are in here, I didn't find anything good for us, but I think the cult people killed them.
I'm sorry, did you just say cult?
Yeah, so whatever the creatures are that are in this ship, some of your former crewmates are worshipping them, sacrificing people to them. So if you see people or anything else, it's probably not going to be good news for you.
This is gonna sound a little stupid, but how do I know you aren't all in this cult thing and trying to sacrifice?
They went to kill us pretty fast, so I think we would have killed you by now if that's what we were doing.
You know what? That's an excellent point. Thank you so much. Please continue.
So we could have tied you up and just sacrificed you.
We
Could
could have
just be-
actually, yeah, just killed
No, you
while
could have just
were
left
in
me
the
right there
crowd.
in yeah, exactly, in the crowd. Thank you for pointing that out. I didn't think
Yeah.
about that until after I finished my sentence, and then after that, it just felt redundant. I wanted to make y'all seem or sound really, really smart, and me to sound like an idiot. Apparently,
It's
it's
okay,
very
Powell.
easy to do.
We're here to protect you and keep you from dying today.
I feel so
Getting
blessed.
off this ship. All of us. Let's go to the cargo bay. The more we wait, the more dangerous it becomes.
As you are having this conversation, there is motion in front of that small window out to the hall. And you can kind of get why Hannah pulled a gun on you when you started pounding on the door. Because with the low amount of light and the fogginess over that window, it's hard to tell what exactly is out there.
And Janice kind of puts a finger up and her hand out to be like, let's wait until whatever this thing is goes by. Since we don't really have weapons. I mean, we don't have that many. Hirsch has been doing great with the blowtorch or whatever, but I don't have.
Janice, where's your power tool? You had one, didn't you?
I did. I must have fallen off my tool belt. And also I don't even know that Sig had it, so we have no idea where it is now.
Yep.
That's so odd.
Victor continues moving
You
back and
always gotta
forth
have your tools on you.
for a bit, almost like it's prowling. And it seems to disappear.
Okay, I think we should go.
Alright. We should stay close.
Carter, you do all the maintenance with the ship, right?
That would be correct.
How well do you know the... So this is the alcoves, the piping, ventilation.
Well,
Because these things weren't sprinting down the halls to get to us. Even if that one was lurking outside the door, it is waiting for us to look out.
that's a really good question.
I don't think it's the only one.
Let me ask God real quick, and I'll get you an answer. Oh God, would I know how to get into the vents given my job of manual labor? Absolutely.
Let's take the vents then. At the very least, we'll be able to stay away from the humans that are trying to kill us.
Just a reminder that I'm still not sure what grabbed me or touched me when I was down there last time.
No, I think we need to know where the vents are so that we can give them a wide berth. All the crooks and crannies of this fucking place.
That's a
Well,
mighty fine idea.
well, I would like to point out just one simple thing. Oh Jesus Christ.
Cryo.
It's the cry.
Oh, yeah. It totally wasn't a thing in my bio saying you never apologize for burping, even though that I kid you not, a real thing I read literally a minute ago. Whatever creature could be in those vents as well, and at that point, whoever's in the back becomes a sitting duck, or a sitting human waiting to get killed by whatever thing it is.
Yeah,
Might
that's
be
why we
safer in the
avoid
bigger
them.
corridor. Yeah, exactly.
I'm fine with whatever. I got attacked in the big corridor, so as
You
far
were
as I'm
alone
concerned...
and you ran away from us. Maybe
I-
don't do that next time, Janice.
Okay, I just
Would
want to
you?
say...
Wait,
I
did you
didn't
ditch
get-
your friends?
No, I told them
All
to come
all
with
three
me,
of
and
them
they
ditched me.
did
That
run into a
is-
trap. They did run into a trap. And I said, it's a trap, as I was running in the other direction. I just want to make that clear.
You'll have to fucking forgive me. I panicked. Wasn't exactly planning on getting stabbed by a cultist.
I was is also panicking. I'm just saying, let's let bygones be bygones.
You should never ditch your friends. That is of the utmost importance. You only got so many people you can call family and friends.
I think we
And
all ditched
yes, you
each other.
can. Well, it sounds like Hirsch here was trying to get the job done, and the rest of you all decided to scamper away. Now, I'm no, how do I put this nicely? Strategist here, but you fight typically in numbers, not in just one
Running
person.
away.
Yeah, not running away. That's I was trying to find a way of saying it without saying y'all are stupid. So I hope I did it.
I'll try not to run away this time, but I just want to say maybe next time I say it's a trap, you run with me instead of away.
Listen, all that's important is to get to the cargo bay
Let's go.
alive.
I've locked down the only door in or out of this place. Would you like to disengage the lock?
I think we have to.
I would like to check my motion tracker first.
But motion tracker. Other than four of you.
I am not reading anything so far.
I'm gonna get my knife out so I have it in hand since it's my only current weapon.
Uh,
Fuck.
anyone that doesn't have a weapon and would like a knife, there's enough surgical implements here that Wrangle would.
I would love a knife because apparently all I have is just some basic clothing and no other. Oh, I have a watch and I got some tools, and that's everything that's in my character sheet. I don't even have a special talent. No, it didn't come with one. So I got a few points and stuff, and I got this cool watch that measures pressure.
That's why you
Also,
do
it
so
could tell
well.
time in 2 different locations. So if you're space traveling, there's no more wibbly wobbly timey wimey stuff. Now I don't know how relevant it is here, but that's all I have to say on the matter.
Makes sense why you knew so well how long it had been since you've been in cryo.
Exactly.
Have a watch.
I have a watch, and we knew. I knew ahead of time, with my precognitive abilities, as a certain GM decides to give me a cool power. I'm not sure what they're doing over here, but they seem really deep in thought. So I'm gonna keep delaying and keep going until my improv skills eventually run out of things for me to say. And you know, the things about watches is that in the early 18th century, on some planet
Your
called
talent
Earth,
is resilient.
well, I'm just resilient. How about that?
Sounds good.
The door is unlocked. It opens with a quick hiss. You're once again staring out at the dark hallway.
Are there sneaking things we can do?
I mean, yeah, I believe you can
Yep.
roll your mobility.
You roll mobility for stealth, and then anyone looking to seek you out would make an opposed observation roll.
Should we do that?
Probably. I would highly recommend it.
Okay. I'll roll mobility.
So do we all roll it, right?
You're also
All
trying to-
individually?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a success.
So
Ooh.
wait, did our stress go all the way or down to what we had reduced it?
Just the amount that you had reduced.
Okay, cool.
Mine, I was able to reduce it to 0. I'm not cheating.
Okay,
Hannah, right off the bat, huh?
it's fine.
Oh no.
It's fine.
You were keeping it
I
together.
stumble-
Oh, you keep it together.
I stumble, and there's a very I'm gonna make another roll, GM.
More dice? Should I be worried? Oh no, that's a private roll. Never mind, I take it back. I'm scared again.
So, sounds like Janice is probably in the then.
It makes sense because I do know where the stuff is that we're looking for, so I'm hunched down.
So do our successes get bunched up when we roll,
No.
all of us, or?
I just need to know if anyone failed.
Okay.
The four of you start making your way down the hall. When Janice, you look back, make sure everyone's behind you. That one who kind of finally comes out, joining the others after taking a cautious look back and forth. Unfortunately, so the way it normally works is that if you roll a 1 on one of your stress dice, you automatically roll a stress. Anything could happen, including running away, screaming, as we've seen. It also usually makes that roll an automatic failure. But instead of doing that, we're going with the more, in my opinion, fun route. Anna did roll a success. The stealth was a success. But there are complications. Meaning that the moment of catching Anna's hesitation, looking back at your crew while still walking forward, you don't see the very thin wire placed at about foot level until you hear that metal ting. And all of you, at varying degrees of closeness to this, just suddenly see this hallway boom with fire and light. I need to know who was second and who was third.
I think because I know the path, I'd probably second in, just guiding.
I'm guessing I'd be third.
You got to keep the tanks in the middle, just in case they need to fire forward or backward.
Janice and Carter, the two of you have that moment to react, and then the explosion goes off, filling the hallway with shrapnel. Do either of you have armor?
No, I don't think so.
The two of you both take 2 points of damage.
Oh. Pretty bad.
Still a small flame that lasts for just a few seconds as the improvised explosive burns itself out. Now I'm going to switch the tone of the music. Because following that massive explosion, you all hear a inhuman screech that sounds like it comes from everywhere and nowhere. What would you like to do?
Is our Herson Singleton dead?
No, the two of you just caught the edge of a improvised explosive device.
Oh, wait, who caught the edge of it?
Janice and Carter. The other two were far enough back that they...
Oh, so close. Okay.
Yep.
I got it. I guess we should probably head to the... in order to not run away from everyone again. Janice, like, looks back at everyone and is like, I think we need to make our way to the bay, to the storage.
Feel like keep the objective. I feel like it's a keep the objective moment. So Hannah is moving forward and maybe grabbing Hirsch's arm on the way to maybe help pick up our comrades and just kind of keep going.
You have that moment of indecision of like, oh damn, I almost just killed us. And then Hannah is just brushing past you, marching off towards Cargo.
Grab our buds, let's go.
Yeah. Janice goes along.
At what speed are you while traveling? Are you still trying to be stealthy?
I don't think there's a point to that. There was just a huge explosion. I think we should run.
Now,
Yeah, that hurt.
the
Yeah, I'm like, that almost killed me.
series of footsteps now trudging up the hall, that red light just occasionally blaring, showing what little bit of the ship you have traversed so far. You start backtracking your way. You eventually see the doorway you had come into, as it is almost adjacent to the cargo bay. You can see that the massive bay doors were closed and welded. At any point that could be reached, shut.
So the cargo bay are just sealed shut currently.
The door to your ship is sealed shut.
Okay.
The cargo bay is still half pried open. The doors physically can't close.
Gotcha.
So we have eyes on the door that would get us back to our ship now. It is completely welded shut.
It is. With enough time,
Alright.
you could cut your way through it. For the moment, we're stuck here. Now, making your way into this massive, where you see just rows and rows of tools, of metal cargo crates, of ship parts, anything that you could possibly need in a bay like this for a carrier ship like this at your fingertip. The lights reach maybe half the room, so a good half of it still remains shrouded in shadows.
I think Janice looks at Hirsch, since Hirsch was pretty much wanting to come here, so it's kind of like gestures towards the boxes.
Powell, you said there were possibly weapons in here?
Well, yeah, you know, you can find a variety of things on a good search. Yeah, we used to have security around here, so I'm sure we can find a few weapons.
Alright.
God! Is everything I just said sound good?
Does now.
It
Um,
definitely does now.
Hirsch is going to look for a weapon and a way to recharge his cutting cord torch.
Well, your observation.
I would very much like a gun, please.
Alright, guys.
I'm also looking for a battery pack.
Frick, yes.
You have 3 successes. I will let you spend those 3 successes. Could spend 1 to recharge an item, or spend 1 to find a weapon. Or any mixture of those 3. Recharge 3 items, you could find 3 weapons. However you want to spend them.
And I confer with my team, God.
You're also a follower of the Hoop Claw.
My character is religious. He
Mhm.
wears a cross necklace. So
How's that observation check working out for you?
For who?
For one
I-
Hannah Singleton there.
It was a misclick.
Not great.
It was a misclick.
I'm fine though.
Somehow,
Oh,
somehow you were still fine.
Listen,
Hirsch's-
I was looking, something popped up on the motion tracker, I jumped, we're cool.
I would like to recharge and find 2 weapons.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Good. Try to touch it back.
I kind of want to recharge my cutting torch.
Do the cutting torch, just do.
You can
Yeah.
do
I mean,
both.
I have. Listen, if no, you know what? I'm gonna recharge your tracker because I still have 1 charge on my cutting torch. If I get a weapon,
I have 2 charges on my
I think
motion
you sh-
tracker.
I think you should
Keep the
recharge
torch.
cutting torch
Because that's how
it's-
we're getting off this goddamn ship.
Yeah, because we have to open
Alright.
the thing.
recharge my cutting torch and 2 weapons is what I will do.
Yeah.
Also, James, you can push.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that mechanic.
Oh, it really works. It really helped. At least you didn't get any. You know, you didn't get a 1 on the panic dice.
We're
Did
really trying
I-
to tempt luck tonight, aren't we here?
I was trying to remember if I explained how the power supply roll works to Jeff, but I was scrolling back and it looks like it did, so.
Yeah, I did. I still have 1, which I know you have to use it. You have to click the power after you use it, after every use.
Like after every instance, basically, yeah.
That's why
Uh,
I figured, like, I just need 1 to use it for the door. But
Yeah.
maybe you're right, and we need
But
to
if you
on
use it
the
as a
others.
weapon at some point, then that also counts, so.
Sure.
Yeah.
You roll 2d4.
Two,
do it.
four.
2 weapons, and you're recharging the cutting torch.
Yes. The tribe has spoken.
Oh.
2 4s.
Reroll one of those, please.
That's a 2.
Okay. You have maybe a slightly less useful stun baton, as well as a slightly more useful M240 incinerator.
Good.
Who wants a stun but here you
I'm
go.
keeping my
Now,
gun.
as I hand him the stun baton and take a literal flamethrower to myself.
Have
Carter,
no
Carter
reloads
looks-
for it.
He recognizes this and looks at the massive flamethrower, looks at the small baton, looks back at the flamethrower, and is just left speechless as he thinks
Did
that
Janice
this guy handed the
look for
biggest
anything?
insult.
Uh,
Did Janice look for anything?
I didn't. I kind of. I'm trying to decide whether I should, because I could, like, fail or panic or something,
Huh?
right? Well, actually, I don't have any stress, so I should.
That's the
'cause
risk.
I can't. Well, I know it's the risk, but I was trying to decide if it was worth it.
Speaking of
I
stress,
don't. Yeah.
you actually add one for returning to this room where you alone face down this thing.
Ooh.
What am I adding? Oh,
Just one stress, yeah.
Okay.
Just one.
I guess I'll look for something. I'm gonna immediately then get panicked, I think. But is it observation?
Yeah. One.
Oh, 1 success. You mentioned armor. Is that a thing that would be in here?
Absolutely.
Can I spend that success to get myself armor?
Absolutely.
how does that work?
I am pulling them up as.
I'm also looking. Armor.
Roll a d6, please.
Yeah. How do I? Oh, never mind. I see it. Four. Oop.
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured would be in here. You have the IRC Mark 50 compressions.
Okay.
It's a vacuum suit, basically. Has an air supply of 5, armor rating of.
Ooh. Okay. I put it on. Do I have to have the air going? Like, if I just want to wear it, like, as armor? Okay. Then I do that. As I'm stressed that I'm in this place where I saw a monster before, I, like, quickly find some armor and put it on over my burns. And, like, I think I don't have any eyebrows anymore from that explosion. Quickly get into some armor.
Can I add the weapon to my sheet, or is that something you have to do?
You should be able to drag it in if you open up the.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
4 of you take a few moments to search around whatever gear you can find. With Hannah having just flashbacks of the last, like, hour. As well equipped as you can be with a very quick search. What would I like to do? Seem relatively.
I think I asked Hirsch, do you feel ready to try to get through the door?
I mean, guess as ready as we'll be with what we have. Thought we'd find maybe something more, but
Oh, you have a massive room to continue exploring if you would like. I could give one of you a reminder, but I think that person already knows what I'm reminding them of.
Is it me?
It is.
Or are
I thought this was about
you
to turn into that George Carlin bit about Jesus and Judas.
Yeah. Is it
And I
me?
thought
Are
we were
you
each
talking
individually gonna
about-
go.
I was also thinking that.
are you
Everything,
talking
No.
about pushing?
everything that research talked about was stored in here.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yes, I'm going snooping. Catch y'all later.
Oh no.
You do have your individual light. You can just scan around the room as you're walking. Are you telling anyone, or are you just leaving them to their Christmas and just going snooping?
sorry, that was accidental.
I'm going to go snooping.
Would you like to roll your mobility?
I shall. I will absolutely roll my mobility. I hate everything about my existence right now. Okay. That's
Mhm.
not terrible.
Absolutely ignore that. You do sneak off. The rest of them, they're checking the flamethrower, donning armor, going through the tool cabinets, paying no attention to you whatsoever. Just disappear. Finding those boxes that they had mentioned, where they kept the vast majority of their study material. It does need to be opened. I'd like to do so. It is a metal box about 6 feet tall, about 8 feet long, about 5 feet wide.
I'm gonna need a crowbar or something to fucking open this thing, aren't I?
Oh no, just hit the activation. It has an internal battery that is meant to last for close to a decade.
Remind me what was listed as being inside this.
Egg-like thing. Massive, unknown origin, unknown creatures. It looked like pulsating eggs. As well, of course, as the DNA that they extracted and into files for later study.
Hi. I'm not going. Actually, is there any indication on when the last time this was opened?
From what you saw in the logs, even prior to that, the very last log over 3 months ago, they hadn't needed to reopen it. They had all of the samples. So, months.
And it's really just an access panel, and then inside is the specimens and whatever data they collected off ship, basically. Sorry, I'm just trying to clarify before I
No, it's all good.
possibly open Pandora's box.
Not much has happened.
But I don't think I'm going to open Pandora's box. However, I am going to I like to think that on Hannah's person, she has a couple of markers, namely, like, essentially glow sticks that you can crack, or spray paint. I'm just gonna crack a couple of those, take spray paint over the door, and basically tag it WY live specimen.
Only a few moments. You know that there are rows and rows of similar crates like this. And just a quick glimpse down along the wall here, which extends another 100 to 150 feet and past where you're standing, as far as what you can see. 10 crates down, it's an empty space. Nothing. Thanks. So you'd like to do in your snooping?
What I would love to do is go find out why there's an empty space 10 spaces down. But I think this has been long enough where people might start questioning where I've been. So for now, Hannah is gonna back off and kind of make her way back to the group.
Got 2 successes.
Oh, I got 2 successes.
Oh, 1. No, you got 2. Yeah. You put away that can of spray paint. Check down the hall, check back towards your allies. Even as you're getting up, putting your pack back on, getting ready to walk that direction, you're something that sounds like those nails just tapping against rhythmic motion of like you like someone who's waiting and just kind of like drumming their fingers along a desk, but it's a heavy impact. And with that red light just occasionally going off, you see something large start very slowly its way towards. Does not seem to. I think you might be muted.
Oops. Which is perfect because I'm trying to stay low and quiet.
Say nothing.
And nothing.
Would the rest of you roll your observation? As you are all getting ready, look around. Yes, you can spend a story point to get a success. Notice that Anna is missing. Even as your flashlight starts kind of searching around for where she might have gone, they land about the center of the room. It's a long, rectangular room. You are on one far side. See
I told you, pal, they always run away.
something moving in between the pillars in the center of the room towards you, weaving back and forth through. Hard to get a good glimpse of what it is through this low light, but those of you that have seen the creature before, this looks close to twice as big.
Gotta get out of here.
Would you like to do?
I'm
Use
going
stepping
to
close.
take out. My M240 is in my hands currently.
I have a
Yes.
stun baton,
And I got a knife.
and because I've never seen one of these things internally, I'm screaming, "What the fuck is that?" However, my demeanor has not changed based on seeing this horrific creature.
Changing to my absolute favorite horror music, titled "You're Not Hiding Very Well,"
Oh.
because I am going to put us in this initiative.
go.
Hold down so the stream can see the tokens better. Janice having flashbacks of this thing, or a similar looking thing, that used the shadows to ambush you, nearly took you out, but you managed to slip past it and get away. Your instincts just kick in. You're first.
Okay, if I wanted to use one of my talents, would that be, it doesn't say on the talent whether it's like a fast action or a slow action. So would that be something that I can't do in combat, or would it be something?
What does it say?
Okay. It says, you can use your command skill to order other non-officer PCs and NPCs around, as long as they belong to the same organization as you.
It
roll
would be a
command-
slow action.
A slow action?
Anything that requires a skill roll is generally a slow
Okay.
action.
I think Janice's first inclination is that, like, there's not probably really a way that we can kill this thing, but I know that Hirsch is not going to go along. Like, Hirsch is just gonna try to fight it regardless, I think. So I think I am gonna try to do that. I'm gonna try to pull rank. And I'm going to, so I roll my command against someone's manipulation, which I guess would be Hirsch.
Okay.
To tell him to get the door back to our ship open, I think is what I want to try to do.
Yeah, roll it up. Arch, you can roll your manipulation.
Okay, that's 2 successes for me.
That's if you want to resist.
Yeah, that's fair. Arch, you hear Janice calling out to you. Technically, you're superior as far as ranking goes.
Yeah, I think Janice just yells, "We're not going to be able to take this. We need to get back into the ship, Hirsch." And that's my slow action.
Yep.
And can I run as a fast action? Hang on, let me go where those are. Fast action. Oh yeah, I can. I'm gonna run, not like completely away, but like towards the door.
The door.
That we're trying
Yep.
to get through. Yeah.
Gotcha. That brings us to Anna. You can hear the sounds of shouting from your companions now. Know this thing has found them and is probably going to attack them. Which
I'm going to use one of my actions to go ahead and draw my weapon, and the other two move probably more towards the front of the room, towards where the actual open doorway was.
moving quickly or moving quietly?
Quietly,
Well, your mobility
because I know that there are more of these things.
there are.
I'm sorry, you said more?
But never.
I'm definitely gonna die. It's confirmed.
Yeah.
Y'all, it's been fun being alive for 20 minutes.
Turn the light off and just start creeping your way back towards the door. Anything else?
Nope, that's both my actions.
This hulk of a creature. The more you can see it, the more it starts to resemble almost an insectoid lion that leans back and then starts charging the three of you, letting out this massive shriek. The two closest are going to be both Carter and Morgan. I will roll for even. Odd. Even it is. Carter.
I knew it. How did I know it? Oh my god. I'm gonna die. I already took damage earlier from that explosion.
Why is that?
You guys find another cryopod, and you see the name James Beck written on it. That's right, I'm self-inserted into the game.
I get it.
Oh, I don't get it. This is the issue. I don't get to live. This is the rules.
The dice have a story to tell.
That's really what it fucked me. That's the story it wants to tell.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I get it. It did not want to roll properly. The charger lumbers forward towards you, now completely foregoing stealth. Its massive footsteps just clanging against the metal. As a creature this large has absolutely no right being this fast. It is on you. Its jaws open up and it tries to lash down to bite you.
I love the sound of that.
Can absolutely try to block this.
I would love for that to be the case.
Just roll your close combats and let me know how many successes.
Well, you know what? That sounds like a good deal to me. That would be 2 successes.
You... Oh, you do have the stun baton. It charges towards you. Just hold up the stun baton as the jaws just reach out, getting ready to physically bite you in half. And it lashes on to where you're holding out the stun baton. You can feel the jaws starting to rip into your flesh. But you cause the stun baton to discharge, and it lets out that pure voltage right into its jaw. And it's enough to cause it to reel back and let go of you. Only rolled 2 successes out of 10 dice.
Dang.
But now it is in your
Okay.
face. What would you like to
That's
do?
how you
It
do it,
is.
pal. That's how you do it, pal.
What? What, you block it like that?
Yes.
Well, good thing I've been in plenty of fights before, and I'll reel back and smack it across the face.
Go for it. Roll your close combat.
Alright. It says to roll stress.
Go ahead and roll your stress.
Okay. I got a 6.
You reel
Everybody-
back and just all of your strength into this thing. Oh, right. I'm still on... I was still on blind rolls. It physically hits, discharges, and bounces off.
Yeah, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
What role is it to shit my pants? Cause goddamn.
It's a free action.
Okay. I'm gonna say a little bit came out, cause oh my god, that just scared the living fuck out of James.
It lets out a low
I thought you
growl.
were using I thought you were using the term charger to just describe the action. I didn't realize that you were
Oh.
throwing an actual charger in here.
That's 18 dice. What the fuck? I'd like to, as a whole action,
Something to it because it's not that in the book.
This is base. So your stress level and all friendly NPCs in short range, which is everyone except for Hannah, your stress goes up by 1. This thing
Thanks,
physically
pal.
takes the blow and just growls. You have a quick action left. A fast action.
I don't know what to do. I'm so
Actually,
taken aback. Thank you, Meg, for
Use
stepping
your
in here.
block. You used your fast action to block.
Yep.
So
You're still alive.
That brings
I
us
survived one round of initiative, everybody. Let's
brings us
go.
to Morgan.
All right. So I got commanded
To
to go
go.
do that.
Yep.
That would be 2 actions. So that's to spend 2 actions to do that.
Your quick action would be to start heading towards the door. And I believe you could just use your slow action to move again, if I'm saying that correctly.
you can do a fast and a slow, or 2 fast actions.
There. So yeah, this turn you could spend both of your actions to get to the door, the torch out, and start cutting away.
Okay.
You do
so
also
I have to
have
run
the
back to
only
the
flamethrower.
Yeah. Great strategy, Janice. Send the only person with a weapon out of the room. Yeah, sure. I'm gonna use both my actions. Yeah, you are all going to die. Absolutely. Not me though.
To be fair,
It was fun.
last time we ditched him, now he's ditching us.
Yeah.
That's the real reason. Janice
So
did it.
Hirsch is gonna say, well, I
You
can't say
can,
that.
to be,
I'm a
To
religious.
be clear, you can use your discretion as to what you're doing in order to accomplish that. So if Morgan thinks that
Well,
doing
that's
something
not
in
what
that
I'm
way.
reading. That's what I'm saying. That's not what I'm reading.
If you would like to,
I literally have to do what you told me, according to this.
if you
Yeah,
would
but
like,
what
Because you use full rank. You force someone to follow your orders.
if you would
If
like,
successful, the targets must follow your order,
you can
even if it
fire.
means harm or danger to themselves.
You can
Yeah.
fire your weapon.
I would like to also
and then
mention
run.
you also do still have story points.
Well,
So
I'm
if you wanted
literally
to,
gonna-
you could spend 1 to cancel it out.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's true. You could do that.
I'm not using my story points to cancel out your thing. Plus, anyways, no. According to my relationships, you're my rival, so
Yeah, we
you're
don't like
ordering me to go away, leave you to die. Yes, boss. I run away.
Okay. It is going to get to take a swipe at you as you run. Unless if you get to
You
roll your
can-
mobility,
Yeah.
and if you fail, then it gets to take a swipe.
Sure. Let's do mobility.
Oof.
Still counts as a success, just with complication.
Roll stress. Hirsch pulls through.
However, Janice and Carter, there's that moment of realization when the flamethrower starts leaving the fight that, oh shit. Would the two of you please raise your stress level by 1?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Janice!
What could go wrong?
Hirsch passes you, running towards the bulkhead to start getting cut open. What'd you like to do?
I am okay. So I have a key card, right? Do I know what that is or what it's for? No. Do I know where the bridge is?
You got a layout of the ship while you were getting the backup generators online, so yeah, I would say so.
I would like to. head to the bridge, I think.
You are a lovely human being. Alright. First, you hear someone come out the room behind you, and then footsteps start leading away.
Remember when Taylor said, "No, James, you won't die today"?
What? I have a knife!
Yeah,
This is also, I should say, I do have a secret agenda.
yes, everyone does
Is
have
the
a hidden
secret
agenda.
agenda of fucking killing James? Is this it?
It's not my secret agenda.
Yeah.
I only have a knife. I don't think I would be helping Carter that much anyway.
I have a baton against an alien.
You
Sent
blocked
the
it!
guy with the flamethrower out of the room where the alien is, and possibly more weapons that we could have used.
I'm just
Okay.
saying.
Yeah,
In prox
What does "oh good" mean?
in relation
Say
to where that initial showdown is going on, what proximity am I in right now? And can I see this charger?
you can absolutely see it. You, at the moment, are at long range.
Delightful. Okay. I get an idea of what the charger is getting ready to do. Is it just really about to turn on Carter?
Absolutely. Do I save James's life?
Don't we have
It's
something
a
that's like a good thing for us?
I
that
apparently have
someone can
resilience. Hoop, I still don't know what that does because it's not like in my sheet.
It's
If that could
actually
help
good.
me at all.
When you get hit.
Okay, I'll remember that for when I'm about to get my life fucked up in about the minute of in about a quick second.
Here, I'm sending it to you.
Thank you so
Um,
much.
I'm at long range from the encounter, or am I at long range from the door?
The door.
Or is it about equidistance?
You're... Sorry. So, yes, thank you. To clarify it, you are at long range to the door. To the encounter, you are at medium range.
And the thing is between me and the door.
It seems preoccupied.
Motherfucker. It is preoccupied.
It did do an attack of opportunity against me, so it probably doesn't have another one this round. Because this is Pathfinder, right?
If this was Pathfinder, I wouldn't be in the situation as quickly. I know what I was doing.
I'm still going to continue to move towards the front of the cargo bay.
Like to continue to be stealthy. Please go to your mobility.
Yes, I would. I would very much like to continue to not be seen. Excellent.
At least one success. Brings us to the charger. It physically starts to rise up, now towering over you. Let's roll its attack. Reroll for... Okay.
I must make a mobility or be crushed.
It brings up both of its massive arms and goes to crush you. Would you roll your mobility, please?
I would love to. That is one success.
Yeah. It seems like this thing, for as massive and hulking as it is, it's not all that quick. As it slams
not.
down with its massive claws, they physically bury a good couple inches into the steel floor as you barely manage to just fall and scoot your way back away from this thing, and it
Oh, I'm
physically
prone.
just roars out in frustration. Harder.
I would like to go against my personal character and judgment here, and would like to start running, please.
Oh, your
Once I
mobility.
get up from prone.
And your stress,
Hey, maybe you get
please.
to, maybe you run away too.
Yeah,
Oh,
you'll get the
that-
runaway stress thing.
That hurt. Okay. Yeah.
PC's panic level has increased by 1 step to level 8. Tremble. You start to tremble uncontrollably. All skill rolls using agility suffer a -2 modification until your panic stops.
What did I do? What did I do? 3 games in a row! We're gonna die! That's so many dice!
It
Why
reels
is
back.
that-
Would you like to try to block this? It's going to take your quick action.
Yeah!
You have a,
I think I
you have a
would.
story point, right?
You do have story
No,
points.
I do? How many of those? I'm so used to getting fucked that I didn't think about those.
I mean, what I was
How many story point thingies?
One.
One? Okay. What was the not getting hit thing?
your close combat.
Close combat. Okay.
Oh yeah, resilience.
Well, I have to take damage first for resilience to come online. But it's okay, cause guess what? I get to roll stress.
Okay.
Drop an item. Hey, that
Perfect. Perfect.
God. My
It-
one weapon.
It physically eats your stun baton, just crushes it into nothing. It does.
Okay, but doesn't block though.
So each level of block stops 1 damage, correct? Or each success stops 1 damage. This is going to be a perfect opportunity. Would you roll your resilient?
Yeah, fine. Yes. Okay, come on, strength. I get to roll strength.
Ignore the stress. Ignore that one. It lashes down, crushes the baton, giving it enough of a jolt in its mouth that you're able to just scoot back, get to your feet, turn, and just sprint.
But how much damage did it do?
It would have
This is
done
important here.
2. You stopped 1 with your block,
Okay.
and your resilience stopped another one.
Okay. If
Doing
all
it,
the
Owl.
For everyone that doesn't know, that if that had done any damage, Carter would be dead.
I have 3 health, mind you.
Wouldn't
but
matter.
yes. Oh,
You would have died the exact same way,
You
Sig.
would've died the same way, yeah, it was the head bite again.
what bullshit!
But
I'm never signing
You
up
are
for
turned-
Alien again if who's jamming it. Okay, I'm done.
You are
Who?
I think it's
out
a
of the room.
game.
I'm still the closest to it. It could just follow me. I look like a dog toy, okay? This is like playing fetch with a human being, okay? I'm gonna end up in its mouth.
Morgan, you're at the door. Have your torch. Would you like to start carving away at the door?
Yes, so I'm at the door towards our ship, correct?
Correct.
Alright, yeah, I'm gonna use the torch.
Go for it.
Alright,
That's your whatever heavy machinery. +2.
yeah, perfect. Heavy machinery +2. Oh,
Yep,
yeah,
because of the torch.
I get to add 2 base modifier. Roll.
It's 2 successes.
Roadhouse.
Start carving your way through the door. Get past the first layer of welds, past the second, and you can physically see and feel that one more success would get you through. Would like to spend story point.
Yes.
Seeing this thing start charging towards the door, where Carter has physically just bowled his way out of the room and is now just against the wall next to you. You just kind of push it a little further, and the door opens with a grind and a just pained resistance of this door being forced open, forced closed, forced opened again. But it's open.
Alright, I'm going to enter in, cause like you described it, it's like a tunnel between both ships, correct?
About a 15-foot long tunnel.
Can I walk all the way to the door, turn around, and just point?
With your cutting torch, yeah.
No, with my flamethrower.
Unfortunately,
Too many actions.
Yeah, you would need actions to pull it back out.
Okay, I'll do that with the cutting torch.
Okay. Janice, for the moment, I am going to simply remove you from initiative.
Okay.
Yeah. The rest of them have fled the room.
Now, what's the big guy doing?
He is preparing to charge towards the door, which the entrance is too small for him to fit through. He is massive. The entrance is very tiny.
Sorry, I tried to spare your guys' ears from the squeaking. I'm going to hunker down where I am for a minute and just watch and wait, and we can effectively call that going into Overwatch. I wanna see. I wanna watch what it does.
In fact, I'll say that your stealth, what you had rolled before, will continue because nothing has changed. Brings us to the Charger, who takes a few steps back and then full sprint towards those metal bulkheads and just slams into it again and again, causing the good foot-thick metal just to start bending outwards towards you with each impact. I don't know how well this is going to work, but I'll give it a shot. Crush? Okay, that kind of makes sense. The door, you just see it reel back and then slam into it. It's not going to hold forever, but it's holding for the moment.
as a free action, I'd like to shit my pants again,
Mhm.
and then run. Wait, hold on. First, assess the situation. Can I see a how do I put this? A improvised weapon.
You could pick up a blunt weapon, yeah.
I would like to pick up a blunt weapon, please.
I'm pretty sure
And-
it's actually called blunt instrument.
Whatever works for me. I'm pretty sure it's my fast action. I can't. Okay, cool. Can you remind me where I am exactly? There's no battle map, so I'll try to theater of the mind this correct.
To your left is the door to these people's ship. They just cut the bulkhead open. It is now the pathway is
Great.
fully revealed. You can see a tunnel leading to their ship. To your right is the hallway that leads back towards the medical bay, towards the bridge, towards engineering.
So typically, this is where I'd say I want to do something stupid, but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna go to the ship. I might be stupid, but I'm not an idiot.
You're running past Morgan onto their ship.
Oh yeah, no. Wait, no, hold on. God, there's things James wants to do, but the fucking character's like damn near suicidal. No, I don't. I stand next to Morgan, and I'm just like, got your back. I'm not gonna ditch you.
A single tear drops from Morgan's eye.
You look at Carter, the serious look on their face, but in their eyes, you just see the tombstones already being written. Rest in peace, the sacrificial character.
Carter and Morgan, the two of you at the moment are out of danger. You saw Janice.
Out of initiative?
You can be. You're the only one that is still technically in initiative is Hannah. Unless the
I said
two
we
of
stay and have a
you
barbecue
have
then.
any desire to re-enter the room, I'm going to remove the two of you from initiative.
I thought Mr. Bulkhead Chaser McGee was currently pounding on all this stuff, trying
Oh,
to
he
break
is.
in.
But for the moment, you're fine.
So you like spare ribs or?
I'm more of a steak and potato kind of guy.
With some good gravy on there.
Back to the
Fair
top of the round, this thing slams itself into the door again, again, taking a step back, starts looking around. Roll its observation. I believe you got 2 successes for your stealth. Does not seem to notice you.
But now it's looking, so now I'm looking. A way to get around it, whether that be via ductwork or making a dash to hurtle through the door that he can't get through.
One of the two.
One of the two.
Or, take it head on.
You're funny. I'm still at, what, medium range from the door?
Yeah, I
Right
don't think
now?
you moved last round.
I didn't move, so I'm still at medium range, which means I could clear that in a run.
Okay.
But it could pose an attack of opportunity, or I could look for some ductwork. No, I think I'd rather be in the open where I can see shit.
We're going to sprint past it.
I would like to use a slow action to try to sneak as far as I can, like skirting its vision, and then bolt.
Go for it.
And if I fuck it up, you know what? I'm just sprinting.
Mm-hmm.
I have a thing that lets me double push agilities, so push. I'm just gonna use.
Welcome to the party. Let's go.
I'm not risking that. That's just bad juju. I am using one of my story points
Okay.
for success.
It did have one success for its observation. So that would get you most of the way across the room
Before I have to book it.
before you have to book it. But, I would say the fact that you are getting so far past before it detects you and starts to take that swipe, that you can roll an additional dice on top of your mobility to evade. It's enormously unfair size.
So you want me to roll in a mobility plus
Yep,
one, or
plus
just
one. Love this music. Oh yeah, no problem.
And I'm just gonna skirt around that corner to take off down towards the bridge where Janice was going.
It lunges forward, its massive head just slams into crates, into the shelving unit, just absolutely crushing it all on impact. And you just skirt underneath to the door and start running down the hall. That I will end combat. Let's go with-
For now.
For now. Morgan and Carter, two of you have a very small window to see into the cargo bay. This thing takes one look towards that door, towards you. Just starts backing up into the shadows. As for Janice and Hannah, we're going to have to see what happens to you after we come back from a short break. We're going to take a few minutes, give everyone a chance to stretch your legs, grab a drink, do what you gotta do, and we will be right back. See you soon.
Bye, breakfast.
Thanks for the
Oh, yeah.
charter, Nova.
Thanks, Tessa. All right. So, let's go. Oh no, that's combat music.
Well, welcome to part 2, guys.
With two of you holding down the fort, the entrance to the lifeline, your survival. The other half of the party currently sprinting their way deeper. Jump over to Janice. First one into the hall. Cut left. Making a beeline. Anything you'd like to do along the way?
I'm headed straight to the bridge, and that's my goal.
Yeah, I would say that you are the little bit of a map that you got of the ship would give you enough. But if you would, like observation.
Yes. 3 successes.
Fantastic. You notice signs that people have been through here, and recently, not you. The doors that you passed by that are now open that were closed before. See signs of blood along walls and along the floor. Definitely did not leave.
Question. Stunts you spend with extra successes, is that correct? So with the observation, can I ask one of these questions?
You can ask one question for each additional success.
Okay, so I got 2 additional successes. I'm assuming. Okay. So one of the questions I want to ask, because I'm trying to get to the bridge because I remember someone talking about like a self-destruct to the ship, and so I'm doing that because the people on the ship need to die for what they've done. These creatures need to die. So my first question is, how do I get in /past/away? So like, how do I get into where I'm trying to get to?
I would tell you that you know the path, you know the quickest path to get there, and you alone have the means to access the bridge.
Oh, cool. Okay, that's what I was hoping. Then my other question is, are there more of them close by?
Absolutely.
I think I'm gonna start, instead of just running, like, I don't hear the thing behind me anymore. Like, it's not directly coming after me, and so I'm gonna start, like, trying to sneak to the bridge and, like, slow down a little bit.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, what's 1 stress? Alright, let me
0
stress.
successes and a stress roll.
Freeze. You're frozen by fear or stress for 1 round, losing your next slow action, stress level, and no one's in range of me, so just my stress level goes up.
Starts just hunkering down, quietly making your way through the corridors. And you hear something heavy hit in the air vents above you. And then just skitter along, its claws just raking against the metal as it moves far too quick. It causes you to just stop dead in your tracks. Bring us over to him. You are far behind Janice. Seconds of movement.
Pretty much after clearing the immediate leeway of the cargo bay doors, knowing that this thing is still gonna, if it decides to pursue, it's still gonna take a minute to even make it through those bulkheads. We'll revert right back to we're going stealth ops, boys and gals, and however you choose to identify, I will not impart that on you. However, do correct me if I am wrong. Sneak. Holy shit, that's a lot of sneaking.
Oh, okay.
If I have to roll another mobility, I'm gonna be pissed.
Any stunts you would like to throw onto that?
how about I literally just make each of those a +1 to a later related roll?
No, that was me.
Because I currently am not around someone to give them a 6 to someone in that situation, and I don't have anybody I want to impress. So I'm gonna bank those +1s.
I mean, you can impress the aliens looking at you right now.
yeah,
Come
yeah,
on.
yeah.
They're just watching this, going, "Huh?
Man,
Wow."
she's really good.
I'd let you spend up to 2 of those to cover ground as quickly as you could, as if you weren't being stealthy.
I would be okay with this deal. So 2 to cover ground and 2 to bank for +1s. Okay.
That means that you are going to round the corner and see Janice just standing there, eyes up, staring. That's above. Doesn't seem to have noticed.
Janice. Actually, no. I'm not gonna say shit.
The moment where you detect yourself back behind the wall, you'll jump over to Morgan and Carter. Or as loud as everything just was and how near you came to death, it is perfect. There's not a single sound.
I'm gonna tap Pal on the shoulders so he looks at me. I'm gonna do this. And I'm gonna say, follow me. Like, I'm gonna tell him to follow me inside. As I open the door to our ship.
Across the bridge back to your own ship, which you know that the doors automatically shut behind you. Doors are open.
Doors to our ship are open? But they weren't open earlier. Sorry, Powell. We will not be able to band together. I will equip myself with the M240 this time.
Would pass by
I
your own, like, at that airlock you have like an emergency equipment storage. If you would both like to don the same suit that Janice is wearing, that airtight environmental suit, does count as two.
perfect. What was it called?
The IRC Mark 50 compression suit.
The MK50?
Yep.
Alright.
And it's going to take you a minute. Get yourself donned and zipped up and sealed. Bring us back to Janice. The sound eventually fades as it passes you. Welcome to
Yeah, that is what I'd like to do.
You're continuing to go quietly. You'll get one ability roll.
Yes. One success, but I do have to roll stress again. And seek cover. Must use your next action. Oh, go ahead.
Yes, it would usually be you darting towards the nearest cover. I'm happy to turn that into you finally catching glimpse of the door to the bridge, and just full on, just fight or flight takes over, and you just go.
Yeah, that's fair. Right, just start running.
There you are. Blind. Get to the door. Heart just racing. Hold up the key card. Swipe it across. Hear the No, this definitely works. Swipe it again. This time there's the ding. The hiss.
Yeah, I duck in.
Immediately, what you can see as the doors open are what you could really only call shrine. Depictions of these creatures that you have encountered, 2 different creatures you've encountered, made of scrap metal, parts of the ship that they dismantled and then rebuilt to look like these figures, almost mythical. They've deified them. And they are drenched with dried blood. So there is no people.
Does the door automatically close behind me? I'm gonna close it then. So I don't have anyone sneak up on me. And not knowing that Hannah's there. And I'm gonna go see if I can figure out a way to. I don't want to like immediately do it, but I want to see if I can see how to initiate like some kind of self-destruct.
Will extra. So bring us to hand. If you are keeping pace, you could do so easily, especially with what you just rolled. And then eventually see Janice just take off in a sprint towards the door, open it, and step inside.
God damn it. Okay, then she would move forward as far as she can and until getting to a point where maybe ducking into an alcove by that door to the bridge and just getting on the comms quietly with Janice and say, I am right by the door. I need you to open it and let me in. You're muted.
I realized as soon as I started talking, what are you doing here? You need to get back to the ship. Back to our ship.
And let you go on a fucking suicide mission?
What is the point of both of us getting killed if only one of us has to?
Do you even know what you're looking for?
I think I do.
Yeah, well, I actually do, so let me the fuck in.
Okay, but you know what you're getting into, and you better not try to stop me. And I'll open the door to let Hannah in.
Wow, what'd you do with the stun baton? I literally gave you a weapon, and you're carrying around this like. What is even that? You're muted.
So this is a stick, right? It's a stick.
Stick, a pipe.
What Oh no, it's a stick. It's not impressive. A pipe would be better than this. No, it's like a shitty stick. Yeah. About your little baton. thingy tried to bite me, and it was in my hand. So I was just like, let's just use this to protect myself, or else I would have died. And to be honest, I'm not really feeling suicidal today. I don't know who would want to sacrifice themselves on something like this, but fucking not me. Well, you know.
Would I know that we have any other weapons near where we are currently in the entrance of the ship? Or
Not here.
No.
You have your own engineering bay where you have all of the tools that you use to disassemble scrap that you find.
like another cutting torch?
Absolutely.
Hey, Carter, how about a cutting torch?
I would love me a cutting torch. Where do we get one of those?
There you go.
Two of you start making your way down. Like the small, like, curved staircase that leads you deeper into your own ship. Get close to the bottom, see a splattering of white fluid.
Would I know what that
Yeah.
fluid is?
I would say that you have been around androids enough to know that that's their.
Yeah, I asked that to confirm, but I was pretty sure when you said fluid, that's what it was gonna be.
I've seen Alien vs Predator. I know this is synth blood. Sorry, Alien vs Predator 2. I'm sorry. I misnumbered it.
Morgan,
I
take
apologize.
the cutting torch back from
No. What is finders is keepers.
All right, let's go find those two. We need to get. No, I don't even know if this ship is secure enough to. Crap. We need to get out of here. They're probably at the head of the ship, trying to detonate the thing.
Wait, they're gonna try to explode the ship while we're on the ship?
No, your ship.
Yeah. This ship. They're gonna try blowing up my. Look, I don't give a fuck about this ship. This ship can blow up. But sorry, my ship, relatively speaking.
Well, considering all of this, I'm guessing those things are also in here now. So I think we just need to go to those life pods that were left on your ship.
And that does sound like a mighty fine idea.
Now,
But also hear me
Here-
back. Oh, okay. Sorry.
No, go ahead. Your idea first.
What if we fought them? Like, now that we got the torch thingies, do you know these work if particularly effective against these like Morpheus creatures, like with their xenoskeleton stuff?
I mean, I don't want to brag, but I'm 2 for 2 with their children.
Oh shit!
Mhm.
You are a baby roaster. Well, you know what? I
They
want to
burn
say, I think we should just walk freely, and if one of them hears us, we fucking torture them. There's two of us, and like what? One of them? Please say there's only one of them.
I don't know.
Should
mean,
you
if-
to
if-
press on as you're having this conversation,
Yes,
you would have
well-
to step over the body, Holroyd, the android that was assisting you towards the Carthage, was absolutely dismembered.
Your friend don't look too good.
Wait, did you call him Paul Rudd?
Holroyd.
Okay. I was like, it makes
He
sense.
looks
Paul
a
Rudd
lot
was
like-
a robot all along.
He doesn't look like a day over 20.
Are the two of you trying to, in a stealthy manner, or are you just getting there as quick as you can?
I feel like we should get there as quick as we can.
Yeah.
Fastest way to get off. And you know what? We're armed. We got armor. What could possibly go wrong?
It's not like other things have 18 armor or something. Because that would be ridiculous.
That would be a fucked up number. Who would ever get armor that like above like 3? Like we're
You-
safe. We got plot armor now.
Reaching your tool bay, we'll jump over to Jackson. But it's what you're looking for. If you want to send it to me privately, you're welcome to do so. And then in observation.
I mean, I was going to look for some kind of self-destruct thing, but
Actually,
Hannah knows more than I would, so.
so that just leaves.
Hannah is looking for a full access terminal.
There's plenty of terminals up here, usually helmed by the captain and the first officer.
Okay. Is it one of the situations where you would like still need the key card in order to verify stuff?
As long as you have the passcode to get in. Which, of course, you do.
Of course I do.
For very innocent reasons.
Hey,
I'm sure you-
Hey, Janice, you have that key card still?
I nod.
Can I see it?
Can I try to get a read on Hannah to see if she's actually helping me or not? Is there a way to do that?
Absolutely.
And what would that be?
It would be a manipulation roll.
Manipulation. All right, I'm gonna do that.
Contested
Or-
manipulation?
Sense motive is a manipulation, I believe.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that would make more sense.
Yeah.
I do have to roll stress.
No need.
But I. Okay. I got 2 6s.
So
Look,
that's.
I am just...
Do you.
Look, you need a passcode in order to access some of these terminals. Sometimes the captain, whoever is holding on the key card, scratches the numbers into it.
Can I look at the key card and see if there's numbers?
There's a lot of numbers on it.
Okay. I'm assuming I didn't get anything with the sense motive, so
I just canceled out the two stress rolls.
oh, okay, I see. I'm going to show Hannah the card, but not give it to them.
Oh, that doesn't fucking help anything. Start looking around. People are, like I said, people are weird. Sometimes they hide fucking notes around the terminals. And she'll start looking as well near what would likely be like the captain's, the head of the ship's terminal.
you would definitely see that there should be an AI aboard this ship. Ship this large, belonging to who it belongs to, but there is not. Yes, you still
I
have the.
guess I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna look and see if I can see a way to self-destruct this thing.
I would actually. That's less about observation and more about context.
Okay. I'll try it. Ooh,
Fantastic
3
roll.
successes.
I mean, you would absolutely verify what Hannah just said in that a lot of these are locked. They do require some kind of passcode, but that definitely narrows it down as to the systems that you would need. Anything that you can automatically boot into and access is unlikely to have the control to detonate a ship.
What does so I'm looking at the context stunts. One of them is don't need to overcome again. What does that mean?
That means that if you needed to a repeat success, you needed to do this at a later time. Just
okay.
done. If you needed
Can
to
I-
find the right console in the future, just you've got it.
Could I use one of my stunts to get new or unexpected information? I'd like to spend 1 to do that, and I'd like to spend 1 to a later related.
You boot up one of the terminals. There's a series of cameras that flash to life, screens that show cameras around the ship. Not just like the handful you had seen done in engineering, but this is an array of over a dozen cameras. And they kind of cycle through to their individual locations. Most of the cameras show survivors. They all look as gaunt, as pale, as sickly as the ones you'd encountered. And they're all making their way across the ship.
Do I know what direction? Like where they're headed to?
Towards your ship.
Towards our ship. Okay. Yeah, not good. I think I want to. Are comms like short range or like long range? Like, can I communicate with Hirsch?
Your personal
Oh,
comms are
or
short
Hirsch, I
range.
guess. Okay.
Probably not going to this distance from ship to ship.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I guess I'm just kind of looking over and I point at the camera, like images to Hannah, and I'm like, we gotta get them out of here.
Leave two of you for a moment. Carter and Morgan, you're racing down to the bottom of your ship, towards the winches, the hooks, everything that you know has the ability to grab onto a piece of scrap, haul it into the belly of your vessel, and let you start cutting it apart. Carter, have a blowtorch. It's here as the two of you are equipping, going through your tools, what's available to you. You hear something pounding against metal. It sounds like someone's just like kicking metal over and over and over.
Oh, this is what we got the torches for, right? And I like light it.
God damn it.
I'm sorry, and I just like unscrew it. It's like turn off the gas. I'm sorry. I thought this was the plan. What?
Yeah, that's just my personal torch. I thought you get like one of the other ones. Like,
Oh no! Oh shit! Did I grab yours?
you
Oh,
grab
I'm
mine.
dumb. I'm
it's
so
okay, it's
sorry.
okay. You didn't know. You didn't know. You didn't know. You didn't know.
Yeah, here, take yours back. I'll.
Thanks. It's just you know, like my
Mhm,
grandpa
mhm.
gave them to me, and
Oh,
they mean a lot to me.
I completely understand.
Another cutting torch, and engraved on it is Sunny.
It just means a lot. I didn't grab it when we first left off, and I felt horrible the entire time.
I get it. You know, I'm gonna steal whoever this is. Some fucking kid, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, he was a scientist on this ship. No one.
Oh,
He was kind of a
scientist.
friend to me, but no one
Oh,
liked
I'm
him
sorry.
otherwise. So, yeah, it was horrible.
Yeah. Oh well, you know what? I don't want to speak ill of the dead, but I get it. So you want to go kill this thing?
At the sound of your voices, the kicking has stopped.
I scared it.
Your voices in return. Human voices.
Oh
They
no.
come down the steps, staring around the corner at you. Oh my god. We thought this was abandoned. We saw that the door was open, we came aboard, we're looking for survivors. We need to get out of here.
That's got a question.
I literally shoot them.
Oh, shit, that was the cue. Hold on.
Two of you immediately engaging in combat. Stepping back over to Janice and him.
You are now on fire.
Surprise round. Surprise round. Surprise round.
Oh, I'm not even just giving you a surprise round. I'm just considering those first individuals dead.
I
fire
looked up
is
this
so much fun.
flamethrower thing. It does incinerate 9,
Hmm?
which means I literally throw dice and they go on fire.
9 dice, yeah.
If one of them, yeah. So, yeah.
Yep.
Try that.
Janice,
I think it's safe to say they're dead.
the activity on these cameras is getting increasingly worrisome.
I need to get a message over to Hirsch and Carter to just take off.
If only you didn't send him away.
Then you'd be here.
Alternatively,
You'd be dead.
and you have access to crew logs. You have all of their everything from here. Whatever data that you could want. Could access from.
We established last time Janice is the one carrying the black box, didn't we? God.
I don't know what a black. I don't think I have that.
Hold on, my earbud's dead.
No. Good. Can you hear
Me?
us? Meg.
Oh.
Not. So we trying to connect the earbuds.
I can hear again.
Hey. No, I don't think anyone's.
Sorry,
grabbed,
it takes a second.
I think anyone's grabbed black box.
Yeah, I don't think I have that.
Okay. Would that be something that I'd be able to upload and access
Absolutely.
from here? Fantastic. Delightful. I'm doing that while pretending to frantically try to make this terminal work and communicating with Janice. Like, I don't know. Do you have a way to broadcast from the ship?
From this ship or from our ship?
Either. Probably this one. We're in the bridge.
Would that probably wouldn't be locked? Like just
Comms?
communication? No, I wouldn't think so. Yeah, so I think I would say I think we could just use the ship's comms. So I guess, but that wouldn't be able to, because I don't know if the other two even made it to the ship. So I couldn't access their personal comms.
But you could hail your own ship. Basically, if anyone was in your bridge listening, they would hear your message.
I guess I'll hail our ship.
Get a response back. The comms come to life. Here. Hello?
Okay. I think that's all I need to hear to know that that's not good. Because I don't trust any of these people. So I think I just shut off the comms and I say to Hannah, I think it's too late. I think some of these fucking cult members
Here's
are already on our
my-
ship.
Let me ask this question before we move any further from it. Are there other members of our crew that just didn't wake up from cryo?
Oh, yeah, absolutely, yeah. You're the salvaging team. The others didn't really.
Did we just torch two of the co-mates?
No.
Well, yeah,
I
we
would've-
definitely-
we would
Morgan would have
recognize-
recognized us.
Yeah, we would have recognized our own crew.
I'm asking you this
Hey, you
question
know
more
what?
for.
Like, impulse shoot. Impulse
I'm
play
asking
though.
this question more for like, is it a voice that would be recognized for Jins?
Okay.
You
yeah,
would
I
recognize your
was-
crew. It is not one of them.
Okay. Yeah, so if I don't recognize it as one of our crew, then I say to Hannah, I think some of the people from this ship already made their way over.
Well, then. We're kind of fucked.
Unless we
It's
can.
not surprising the door to get to the ship was welded shut.
With that, I am going to throw us into. I cut this music. Far too cheery. Way too cheery. Much better. Yes. Cut the comms with the other ship. You can see on the security cams that these crazy individuals that have clearly lost their minds, all wielding rudimentary weapons, all with their bodies scarred in almost ritualistic ways, are marching towards your ship. What would you like to do?
So I have no idea how to do anything on this ship. Like, I don't know how to do anything from the bridge.
If you had the passcodes to get in, you could shut doors. You could straight up.
You can make him cough.
Yeah.
Make him choke.
Oh no. Are you okay?
Airball.
Then I guess since I don't have the passcode and I don't know of any way that I could do it other than through the passcode, I tried hailing the other ship. I think that's kind of the lost cause. I'm going to. I don't even know what I would do.
If I could, this might help in your decision.
Mhm.
As you are watching the cameras, give a glance back towards Hannah, who has been frantically messing with his computer, obviously trying to help you.
Obviously.
And you see a data disk that she had pulled out just go clattering to the floor.
Okay. Well, that does make it easier because I'm gonna try to pull rank again, I think. And I'm going to tell...
Who does pull rank
Yeah.
affect?
Yeah, I guess that matters. Non-officer PCs and NPCs, as long as they belong to the same organization as me.
Could roll, but I can tell you, in this moment, it would have no effect.
Okay.
Way to remove the dramatic irony, Hoop.
I
I can
mean,
still do it.
I don't feel like there was any cloak and dagger left there with that move.
We could still we could do the narrative of it if you don't want to use the roll for it. Because we're currently in initiative, right?
Absolutely, you are.
And
But yes, you absolutely could still use the action. Still
Okay.
tell Hannah whatever it is that you would like them to do.
Yeah, I guess I would use that action to say, like, we need, like, get your shit together, we need to destruct this ship.
yeah, I'm tracking. I'm on it. I'm trying to figure it out. Okay.
I can tell that you're not doing that. What the fuck is going on? I thought you were the person I could rely on here.
Still have a quick action.
Quick action.
Could
I already
reach-
I have my weapon out already. I've had the knife out this whole time.
Could reach that data disk.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll try to grab it.
Just sprinting across the room towards where that data disk fell, clattered and kind of skittered. Brings us to the first of the drones. From the other side of the door, you hear the clattering of a vent covering just come crashing down. Something heavy land, and it just hits the other side of the door. Moment. That's it, because that brings us over to Carter. The first pair of these gaunt humans that rounded the corner both went up in flames. And you see more now, weapons out, charade completely gone, charging towards you.
What weapons are they wielding?
Clubs, knives,
Melee
rudimentary
weapons?
weapons. Yeah.
I turn to look at Morgan. I got an idea, and it's gonna be funny. So, let me get this straight, because I want to make sure I got this right in my head. We're in the ship, and then there's the door that they're coming in from, and this is the only way currently
So-
in and out.
Kind of give you a 3D map. The bay that you're in
Uh-huh.
is at the bottom of the ship. There's two spiral
Uh-huh.
staircases that lead down, one on either side of the room. You came down the left side, they're coming down the right side.
Okay, I want to describe to you what I'm thinking, and then you can tell me the level of reality that's in.
Okay.
So they're on fire right in front of us.
No, the ones
Right.
that were on fire are dead.
Oh no, but there's still gonna be like clothes on fire, all that shit.
Oh, yeah.
I would like to demoralize them, the group, by kicking the flaming body towards them.
Okay. Call that a quick action. Roll your manipulate.
Already got. I'm about to light myself on fire with this.
The body
Shame.
skitters across the room, coming to a stop.
That's 3 successes on a push.
That was a good push.
Do you have any stunts you'd like to do off that?
Can I light 1 or 2 of them on fire with that?
So
Just
you,
like,
for a stunt, you can make an opponent do what you want, without demanding a favor in return. They can do more than you've asked for, or you're not really going to be able to impress them. So really, you can scare them into doing at least these few to doing what you want.
drop your weapons and run. And like literally I like turn up the gas on the blowtorches, like getting the flames to kick up further.
Yeah, they will absolutely drop their sharpened metals, rods, and sticks, and they can't really go back up the way they've came because there are more coming down towards you.
Okay.
But they can
Yeah,
run
but that would
past
cause a
you.
commotion. Oh wait, no, hold on. I want them, because I rolled 3 successes, to turn around and start running into their own group, causing like a small clutter up. And I turn to Morgan, like, they're all in one place, start lining the fuckers up.
All right, works for me.
Basically get like, I hate saying this, get a human barrier going as they're all like trying to clamber over each other and just like rain fire from above.
Can I not? Oh, Foundry, you better not. I'm gonna hope that Foundry starts to respond. Anything else? I'd say that was probably your slow action. There.
Okay.
Quick action, you're good.
I believe lighting them on fire would be a slow action. So, just look at Morgan and go, start fucking lighting them on fire. All yours.
They come just barreling down, tripping over each other, and are now creating a pile at the base of the stairs, as most of them are still trying to get to their feet, get to you, just furious.
Are they still interacting with the person on fire? Like the body that's on fire now? Because they would
The ones
start, like,
behind them just
heating up.
step on him and run past.
Okay, so the flames would get tattered out over time.
Eventually.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Sorry, it took a second for my brain to process. Hello. Let's see.
Janice has raced towards that data disk that just hit the ground to get her to a stop.
By this point in time, is she within engaged range of me?
Absolutely.
Or still?
She raced towards you to get to the disk.
Let's see.
Taking an awful long time just to say, oh yeah, I helped my friend out.
Why would I do that? Um. So there's a lot of things going on here, and I'm trying to pick the best thing to deal with. Yeah. Yeah, I see you rolling dice over there.
It doesn't matter because I'm not going to go back, but they actually have a talent called Hot Head, where they get bonuses when anyone tries to tell them what to do, including intimidation or pull rank.
So I am You know what? Kid gloves are off. Yeah.
I mean, we started burning people, so I mean, like the gloves are off at this point.
I have to ask the question before I go into it because it's a habit that I make a point of with my games as well. Taylor, are you okay with PvP?
I mean, I think it's in the game. So yeah.
I've had tables where people aren't into it, so it's a thing that I always try to be respectful
Yeah,
of.
I think I was assuming you were gonna attack me, so good.
Listen, I was trying to go as long as I could without bringing it up, without just spoiling my character, so... But... if you are... cool with it, then, yeah, I would be using a... action to basically snatch that knife out of my waistband and bring it down into your shoulder.
Your close combat.
I can block, right?
Yes. It'll eat
That's
your
the
quick
one
action
better.
for next round. Your fast action for.
Oh, yeah, that's right. But my fast action, so I can still attack my next round.
Yes.
'Cause attacking is a slow action. Okay, I will block. Sorry, I closed.
Would you like to push it?
for some reason.
So are you doing private roles on purpose?
Should I also? Be
Oh,
doing
I
private
forgot to switch it over. It
Oh,
was
okay.
I forgot to switch it over. So for transparency on my side, it was one success.
I got you.
Okay. All right, and then what do I do to block? It's close combat, right?
Yep.
One success.
I think that because the knife is 2 damage, I think 1's damage still does slip past.
I get to roll armor, right?
Yep.
So I just
Yes,
roll
you do.
3d6? Is that how the armor works?
It's just 2d6 because it should be armor 2.
Oh, 2. Yeah, sorry. 2d6.
1 damage is still gonna slip past.
I'm dead then.
You had
'Cause-
1 health left.
Because Hannah freaking already blew me up.
So when you
So
hit
if
0,
you hit 0, you are broken.
Yeah.
and you can click the bottom where it says roll critical injury.
Okay. Crushed foot. I got a crushed foot from this.
This is why I usually, with the critical injury tables, I kind of ignore it. Because
I
sometimes
mean-
it just doesn't make sense.
And she goes diving for it, and it goes to a slide, and you bring the knife down straight onto the ankle, and it just goes right through the joint, through the bone. Two of you now just staring at each other.
You know, Janice, you seemed like a really nice gal, but I can't keep playing the game. You really annoy the shit out of me.
Like Janice. Alright. That brings us back to the drone. Who no one is close enough to see. So that brings us to Morgan.
Morgan. So I was hesitating between 2 quips. I'm gonna go with the first. Carter. In the 21st century, there used to be a game called Pathfinder.
Mm.
And
There was. Which edition of it?
Pathfinder 2e. It's the better one.
Oh, the best one. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, the better
uh-huh.
one.
I didn't
Um,
like what they did with the fourth one.
It was shit. There used to be magic users. One of the
Mhm.
spells they used to cast was Firewall, and he'll just like spray.
Fuck yes.
I'll try to
Yeah,
spray the
roll it up.
cultist. Alright.
Like to push it.
No.
You're going to hit the first of the cultists that have started to scramble towards you, immediately setting them alight, causing them to scream in pain, considering them dead. There's unfortunately still a wave of them immediately at his back.
We
Still have a fast action.
Yeah. We should try to. Okay, so the dual staircases. If we go to the left one, which you said there's no one there currently, would it meet up? Do they like meet up, or are they like completely separate?
They start on two different ends of the ship, but yes, you could eventually meet up if you did full
Okay,
circle.
I don't want to meet up. So is there a point?
No, they
to, like-
physically go to opposite ends of the ship.
Okay. And which one would be the closer one to get us out of the ship?
The one that you had come down.
Which is the left one. Alright, Carter, we need to go. And I start running.
Would you roll your agility, please? They're close enough that they could possibly take a swipe.
Just straight up agility? Or mobility?
Mobility, yeah.
Okay.
Like to push it.
Yes. Fuck.
You are evading the swipes, but please roll your stress. As you turn and start sprinting your way up, hands are just reaching out to grab onto you to try to hold you in place. And fighting through it. Unfortunately, that flamethrower gets ripped off of you, but you are able to escape.
Okay.
No one's close enough to see the drones. Janice, you are broken, but not dead. I believe you can still
just-
crawl.
Oh,
Can still
okay.
crawl. I like the flavor of Hannah just ripping out the knife as she said that Hannah was really fucking, or Janice was really fucking annoying.
Yeah. Where in the book is the description of broken? Sorry, I was trying
Page 98.
Oh, I was almost there. Oh, right there. I scrolled past it. Crawl and mumble through the pain. Okay. I guess I'm just gonna keep crawling to try to see if there's like any buttons or anything I can hit to do anything to this ship to destroy it, even if there's not a self-destruct. Obviously, I know I can't actually do anything, but that's what Janice is like. Just ignoring Hannah. I think I spit at. I think I spit on her. Spit on her face, or on her knee or whatever, and then I crawl over towards the thing.
Blood loss is just taking its toll. That pain is just nearly knocking you unconscious, but you crawl through it anyways, just mumbling insults, spitting.
Actually, sorry. Can I change what I instead of spitting? I think when Hannah says like I thought you were annoying, I think Janet, as I'm crawling over, I just say, "Well, I thought you were my best friend," and I just crawl over to the thing.
Emotional damage.
Yeah.
That was your mistake, not mine.
The vent to the bridge. You hear skittering above you. And its slow action is going to be to burst through those vents, land. The sleek, small creature, the one that you had faced down before, Janice, rises up around the room. The two of you, the head kind of tucks this way. But that's the entirety of its turn. Carter, you also retreating?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna. You know what? I'm not gonna ditch my friend Morgan. He is being too kind to me. Because we're actual friends. I don't know who would betray another friend anymore.
Mobility, please.
I would sure love to, GM.
I appreciate it.
You know what? I'm feeling extra nice the more and more. I'm getting absolutely fucking tired. Okay. Mobility. I did not do well, so I would like to push. That would be one success.
That's enough. You follow Morgan straight up the steps. For the
Do
moment,
they have that? I don't want to be, a rules lawyer against myself here. But wouldn't that reaction of them trying to swipe at me, or was that the mobility roll?
that was a mobility roll.
Okay, thank you so much for clearing that up. I know I'm feeling good now that I aren't getting constantly fucked every few seconds.
For the moment,
Alright.
I'm considering
For
the
the
two of you
moment.
out of combat.
Oh, would you look at that, Morgan? We're gonna really have some good prop rib after all this is done.
Are you feeling alright, alright?
Nobody's gotta worry about me. I gotta give me a fight.
Janice is still
Just let us
alive
be.
and is just trying to crawl towards one of the terminal.
Was it you saying it's over to my turn?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. It cut. I didn't hear that you were referring to Hannah. Janice is still alive. However, there is now a lad in the room. Are there any other doors that lead onto the bridge, or is it just the one?
That was the only one that you connected. Or, no, sorry. Yes, this is the only door, but you could certainly crawl through, like, the maintenance tunnels. But physical doors, yes, this is it. I don't think Hannah's gonna take the time to finish you off, Janice.
Well, there is something else in the room that I'm not a very big fan of. That I'm trying to figure out how to engage with, and it's mostly just kind of looking at the two of us.
It's not quite
Back and
as
forth.
impulsive as its much larger. Much smaller.
It is much smaller, which is a problem. I'm gonna start with reaching over, keeping my eyes on that thing, and grabbing that data disk. watch how it and Janice react.
It is almost mirroring your movements, kind of sidestepping as you lean over.
I am. At this point in time, would a maintenance tunnel or the door be closer to me?
Maintenance tunnel, probably. Start crawling your way out.
Well, I'm thinking. I'm gonna take a second to check my tracker before I back the fuck up.
Tracker tells you that there is a second one outside the room.
By the door, or
And it looks like it's in the ventilation system, where the other one just came from.
okay? Then yeah, I am gonna grab my disc and I'm gonna move.
Towards the door.
Absolutely prepared to just fucking through the tunnel. Absolutely fucking prepared to just pull something or push something in front of me to block off if I need to.
Yeah.
But
You just
the tunnel's the closest access, so that's where I'm going.
click the hatch under you, immediately duck down and start crawling.
And close that shit. Goodbye.
Brings us to the one that's in the vents. That's here. Morgan and Carter, putting the two of you in the same initiative. You are back at the door, at the entryway from your ship. What would you like to do?
Turn to Carter. Where are the life pods on your ship?
Lord, hope, please.
You know how to get to them.
I know how to get to them. You insert dialogue here that says how to get to them. That's where we gotta go.
All right. I'm gonna make a roll to determine if we're going to the front of the ship to help them, or we're just GTFOing out of here. Over 50, we're going to the front of the ship.
That's a 98.
We're going to the front of the ship.
Going to the front of the ship, I say as I equip my cutting torch because I lost my stupid M240. All right, let's go. As we run towards the front of the ship.
Two of you start sprinting your way back. For cinematic purposes, skipping to Janice, crawling towards one of the consoles. This thing very slowly walks over to you. You can feel the saliva just running down, hitting the top of your head, running down the back of your. One of its clawed limbs just slowly presses into your lower back. Claws just dig in. But your fate for the moment. doing your best to clamber through the ducts. You're trying to do so quietly.
Quietly.
Your mobility.
I would very much love to use a story point in one of my +1s that I banked earlier.
Absolutely. Have an automatic success. The +1 built in.
Which, because at this point is added the +1 namely to just if something is looking for me. But if we're keeping the stunts in play, then I guess it rolls back into being a bank for later.
Yeah, no, you can absolutely add it.
Let
Let's see.
Well, that's a good thing I added an automatic success in there.
All of those. Single success plus your automatic.
Oh. 12 dice, 1 success. That's how this game plays.
But you're stealthy enough that as you're crawling, you can hear the voices of Carter. They run right over top. Say anything or remain quiet.
Quiet.
You just overhear. You know, I love how good friends we are and how we don't betray each other. Man, this feels like a friendship made in heaven.
I'm listening for where they're going to
They're
see.
headed towards the front of the ship. Morgan, Carter. Two of you would reach the bulkhead door leading to the bridge.
I would take my comms and say, Janice? Hannah?
Jinx, you are
yeah.
currently pinned down by this thing, but yes, you can talk. If you would like to risk to.
I'm already fucking dead. I definitely I think I mutter out, don't trust Hannah. If you see her, just get off the ship.
I don't know if you want Carter and I to react to that, or if you have cinematic of what you want to do. Carter, you want to roll a D100?
Yes, I will.
I like that y'all's decision making has just come down to
I always use dice.
8.
5%.
That's all. That is also how James's last character died, because I think they rolled to see whether they would go to the med bay.
It's
or-
how most characters die.
Yeah.
Well, I guess they get their cinematic moment, and we're just sitting there, just going, okay, cool, bye.
God,
What's
God be with you,
separating
Janice.
all All that's
What
separating
did, sorry,
you
what did you say?
and Janice is one book.
And you have a cutting torch. And a
No,
flame
no.
tongue.
Carter rolled a 5. That's under 50. That's
Yeah,
50 and
so
under.
you're
That means
leaving.
we GTFO.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But still.
My Google just decided, hey, you said GTFO. Let me do something. Awesome.
So the two of
Um,
you are headed towards the life pod.
If that's okay with Carter. Carter?
Yeah, let's get the fuck out. If Janice is doomed to die, then, you know, I have no emotional attachment to this person. So,
Here,
I put my hand on Carter. It's just us now.
hear the
I believe you.
finality, the pained groan. These words are absolutely being just muscled out through clenched teeth. Whatever happened in that room, Janice is not doing it.
Yeah.
Two of
All right,
you
we run.
decide someone needs to survive. Someone needs to tell people that.
Question: Can I, between the life pods and us, would we be on the way where I would have killed the two facehuggers?
That's the opposite direction.
No. Okay. Cool. All right. Never mind.
Right now, the only initiative that matters is between Carter and Morgan or Hannah. To see which of you can select first. So, would Carter and Morgan, two of you, choose one of you to roll a d10? And then I need a d10 from Hannah.
I approve.
oh, you're too kind to me.
You've been too kind to me, James, tonight.
Oh, well, I rolled a 3, so.
3.
Well, that's actually good because it's lower is better.
Can
Oh my
Can
god,
I-
shitty rolling is coming in.
Can I ask something? Just if it helps at all. This is fully my mistake, so you don't have to say yes to this. I did die with 3 story points because I just kept forgetting to use them. Can I give them to someone else or no?
Absolutely, you can.
I'm gonna give my 3 story points to Hirsch and Carter as my dying wish.
Feel the power of narrative armor
It's
flowing through me.
you outing Hannah. You
I will
outing
take
Hannah
one.
is
You can
what-
have 2.
You know what? I think you deserve 2. She was your friend. I'm good
I
with
still-
one.
I still had one.
Yeah.
Then we have 2 too.
Okay. You know what? I'm a communist. I'd love a dead even split.
Comrade.
So, to play this out,
Don't
Two-
be like me and use them, please. Don't-
two of you reach the life pod bay. Long corridor stretching to the left and right with these small shuttles prepped, ready to go. Looks like they're all still here. Doesn't look like anyone's been here yet. What would you both for your observation? Because Hannah is hiding.
I will be using a story point.
Automatic success.
I succeed.
Two successes.
If I scroll back, Hannah, you got 1 success. Oh,
I got an automatic success though from a story
Right.
point. Can
You-
I add my last +1?
No, you can't.
I'd like to donate one of mine to Morgan to immediately get his up to another one.
I am happy.
I will play this game of attrition now.
I'm happy to let you re-roll if you would like to add a +1 and spend a story point. The moment you're tied, 2-2.
What's the worst that could happen?
I think this is
Cat and
risk it
mouse.
for the biscuit kind of moment,
Absolutely.
and
Stress.
because I rolled a
Stress.
plus,
Stress.
because I had an additional +1 from the other roll. I've got a +2 in the bank for this. Oh, son of a bitch. I'm paying for my hubris.
Drop item. Oh, we definitely have to hear that fall to the ground.
I will leave this cinematic up to you. Yeah. What happened?
Let's torch you alive. Burn your flesh.
Hannah isn't
Over,
paying
Hannah. We have the high
quite.
ground.
Hannah isn't paying quite as much attention as she thought. She had her back to the wall as she was kind of coming into this bay with all the lifeboats, but she was bringing the motion tracker up to look at it, and it hit the wall, and it clattered. And she swears quietly under her breath, but then there's the distinct pings of motion of picking up the two of you on the other side of the bay. And she looks up.
Three of you lock eyes.
Lock eyes. She's got a gun in her hand and her pack, and her eyes dart towards the life pod that's closest to her, and then back at you.
Carter. The life pods are right there. You can hear commotion coming up the hall towards you. This crazed frenzy of a crew that en masse just charged you, regardless of a wall of flame, are headed your direction. The two of you like to do.
First, get in one of the pods. I got this, and I'm gonna full on push Morgan towards the life pods and barrel full on try to tackle Hannah to the ground if I can.
You are bolting from the other side of the damn bay.
I would fucking run. Yeah,
I will
I got the fire out and
I will
everything.
fucking run. Fuck you.
I don't we can play this fucking game. I'm down. I got nothing to lose. It's a one shot. I meant to die hours ago.
He's already died once.
Going out in a blaze of glory.
So a grapple, I believe, is a slow action.
A grapple attack is actually a fast action, but you have to run to get to me. So it would be a slow action to use it. Or
So yeah,
a
take
close.
two fast actions, one to run, one to make a attack, close combat attack.
I would like to attempt to
I'm gonna-
block.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna spend a story point and
One
get
success.
myself another +1 to 2 successes.
Son of a bitch.
That's tackled.
It's grabbed, at least.
Grabbed. Okay. Well, you know what? Let me have my moment in this stun hoop, or before I die.
Oh, it's thematic.
It really is. Hearing
Oh my
a noise in the vents behind you, something screeching, climbing its way, too large for this small crawl space. It is still forcing its way through. The army of the demented crew marching its way towards the three of you. It's just that moment of fight or flight causes you to freeze just long enough to feel the impact of Carter against you.
Can I do something?
You were pushed towards the pods. Doesn't mean that you necessarily fall in or immediately ejected.
Morgan goes into a pod and launches.
how I
As
wanted
he's
it to
done,
be, buddy.
as he's done before.
Oh,
It's not the first time.
This is not the first time.
Morgan said, "Fuck them kids."
Someone survived. Well, hear that pod, that door that seals it off, close, and then the pod ejects. Engines kick to life. You are rocketed away from this. Brings us back.
Same. I lost my slow action. Which... Fuck, breaking a grapple is a slow action. Okay, so what we're gonna do is I can hear the thing behind me. I might be frozen, but I feel like I'm still in the sense enough of like I might want to look at what I still want to put something between me and it.
Absolutely. It was a moment
And it
of
seems
just
I can't.
you shutting down, but no, you're still absolutely.
Well, for this turn, I end up losing my slow action, but I can do a pushing attack. Or seek cover. I think either of them might work a little bit here too. Maybe finagle so that whatever is tearing through this corridor, it runs into Carter first.
Feel like that might be mobility, just physically positioning yourself.
Four successes, but a fucking stress roll. You know?
You are fighting through the fear, positioning yourself, trying to get away, trying to get to the pod, but you are stuck in place. Carter.
I want to thank the Lord Hoop for a minute, real quick, before my turn starts. All right. If I got her grappled, I got the torch in the other hand, and I want to set ablaze.
You're in close combat attack.
That is 3 successes.
I'm gonna go ahead and make that attempt to block.
Well, you certainly can try.
I mean, I'm gonna fail, but at this point, it's a matter of mitigating damage.
2. So,
I believe that was incineration 9? Or was that
that's the
That
actual
was the
flamethrower.
flamethrower.
That's the
the... Okay.
Blowtorch is 2?
Then it-
Is it 1 or 2?
Cutting
It's,
torch is damage 3.
3.
So I still take 1 damage. Unless you're stacking on a bunch of fucking points of damage.
I only got 2 points, and I already spent 1.
I think 1 success would be 3 damage, and the other 2 bring it up to 5
Yeah.
damage.
Oh. Yes, please.
Minus 2 for a total of 3 damage.
I am broken. crippling pain.
It is not fatal.
Ow. That
There-
hurt.
Your stress increases by 1, and you are broken as the torch just absolutely starts searing across your flesh, letting out the scream of pain. You're still alive. You only turn left. As it finally comes crawling out of the vent, seeing the two of you, the tail whips back and forth, and then it's going to dart forward as it's going to make its attack. But I need to know
Again.
which of you wants odd and which of you wants even.
Odd. Because I'm an odd person.
It's fair.
I didn't hear any disagreements. Who?
That's even.
Oh, that is so many dice.
Whoa.
Ready to kill, the xenomorph grabs the victim, reaches out to you. You feel its long, sharp fingers grab on, digging into your flesh. Inner jaws poised to strike. I rolled a total of 4 successes. If it hits, victim counts as being grabbed. Needs to make an opposed close combat roll against base dice to break loose. Victim and all friendly characters in the same zone must make panic rolls immediately. Unless the victim breaks free, the xenomorph will use a headbutt against them on its next initiative. It has you in its hand. It's bringing you up to its mouth. Carter, would you roll your panic, please?
It's at friendly, and I am not a friendly creature to Hannah.
Very true.
I did
Yes.
just try lighting her on fire, and I feel like that's now making me an enemy and
Also-
very hostile.
I get to make my opposed close combat.
Yeah.
You said 4 successes?
Yep.
If there is a god, I would be spicy and be a complete asshole. This is my hubris.
You could push it. There's no.
Yeah,
I mean, I
honestly,
could push it.
honestly, what do you have to lose?
You fucking right. Not a lot.
Stress apparently.
Really? I needed to make a panic roll anyway.
Yep.
Seek cover. Oh no.
I would say that you're absolutely trying to seek cover. This thing has you. You're trying to pull yourself out of its grasp. Part of you burning, seared black from the cutting torch. That brings us back to the top. Carter. This thing seems to have tried to reach out for both of you, but only caught on to Hannah.
Yeah. How many more life boats is there?
Plenty.
Great. Okay. Is it possible to shoot the fire and still make it into one of the life pods? No. Okay, I assume not. Well then, I'm just gonna...
You could use your slow action to attack, your quick action to run to the life pod, but if you want to physically close it and eject, that's both your actions.
And I'm guessing no amount of story points could change your mind. What if a nice crisp $5 bill reached to you magically from underneath the table?
What about some gift subs?
Oh yeah, you know what? I'll give a gift sub to somebody.
Here's
If
my
you like it.
real question. What was that boon for the players?
Oh, true. Defy the gods. We didn't use it.
No one ever used it.
I would like to use it, please.
What if I want to use it?
I said it first. You're the one who said what about it, and I said I'm gonna
I
use
brought it
it.
up.
And that was on you for not saying it.
I feel that that is absolutely fair that Meg remembered it. Otherwise, it would have gone
Oh,
unused.
wow. You're being nice. Okay, I see.
Good to
Listen.
know.
Well, I figured we were gonna resolve Meg's Defy the Gods first before I did anything.
Now it's your turn.
It's your turn. Go
Oh.
forth. Do great things.
Okay, well then, I'm gonna run to escape pod and hit eject if I can't do the flame thing too.
Second pod ejects.
I've managed to live.
Anna. What would your Defy the Gods be?
I would like my Defy the Gods to be breaking away from the xenomorph and abusing the fact that I have seat cover for my panic rolls to just heading for a fucking pod.
Absolutely giving you the automatic break the grapple. You manage to get out of its grasp, rips away cloth, rips away skin, as you just physically tear yourself out of its grasp, land on the ground hard, start crawling over to the pod. The only thing I'm going to ask for ability roll.
Son of a bitch!
GM, I have a question.
Hmm?
Can I give you a story point?
Though you break out of the grasp, your broken, burnt body starts crawling towards the pod. Feel it start to loom over. Gets down on all fours. Hear the clicking, the hissing behind you. I don't think that when you're broken you can take any action. The jaws open. Smaller jaws slowly start to extend, the drool running down across the back of your head, across the side of your face, and then it lashes out. As the scene backs out, the camera panning back away from both the Carthage and Sagittarius. See two life pods escaping. One, Morgan Hirsch. Two, Carter Powell. Back aboard the bridge, Janice McWhirter. You are not killed. Aliens be. Though you can hear individuals entering the bridge, they haul you up to your feet. They promise that you will see the same salvation that and Singleton. Sunny Sigs?
Yeah, Sunny Sig.
Sunny Sig. Two of you do not immediately die. Both undergo the same process. The ovomorphing process. Where your
Becoming
bodies are injected with hormones and proteins that begin the process of creating. The only thing left I need to ask from either Morgan or Carter is the SOS message. Message that will play out to anyone nearby enough to letting you know that you are likely, well, no, this would actually just be Morgan. You are the last survivor of the Carthage. Would your message be?
This is Morgan Hirsch, former colonial marine, former member of the Carthage. If you hear this message, stay away from the Carthage and the ship it's docked to. No good can come of it. You will not survive.
Beeping of transmission sense flashes across your screen. You jump over. I said play. There we go. We jump over the near future. And another crew passes by. Possibly more victims, possibly here to blow it up. Whatever it is, none of you are about to see it short of Janice McWhorter. Their indoctrination is complete and effective. But you did not die. It is possibly a fate worse. And on that happy note, that is where we are going to bring our game of Alien to a close. This game is so brutal and bloody, and I love you all. You're all fantastic. I wanted you all to survive and escape so badly.
Hey, you know what? I did. And that's all that matters.
It wasn't on the card.
I mean, 0.5. 0.5.
Yeah, you know what? 50% success rate.
Alright. Back over to the screen. And I do want to say to all of our lovely viewers, thank you so much for being here and for supporting us. You are amazing. You're literally the reason why we do this. We cannot do this without your reviews. You're amazing. I heckin' love you. But I do want to pass it over to each of my lovely guests. Once again, give them a chance to tell you who they are, and if they're working on any projects people can check out, where you can find said projects. And, of course, give them their opportunity to, rant about how I continuously tried to kill their characters, James, and they survived anyways. Starting from right
Was that a...
to left with Taylor.
Oh, Jesus. I
Hey!
thought that was a weird transition. I'm like, why are we saying my name and then jumping over? I'm like, is that it? Like, are you trying to segue or like,
Give
what the
you time
fuck?
to think about it.
Yeah, give you
to
time.
think about your complaint.
Okay. I will get a rant prepared.
Mhm. Hi, I'm Taylor. I was playing Janice McWhorter. You can find me on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube at Roll4Felicity. Over on my Twitch, I do one shots, a bunch of different systems, usually GMing. Some of the ones I have coming up are next month. I'm running a one shot of Vampire the Masquerade, and then I'm also running a one shot of Basic Witches, and I think a one shot of Mouse Ritter. So you can follow me on Twitter to see that stuff that I have coming up. I'm also currently over on Chaotic Wonderful on Thursdays. Tomorrow I'm going to be playing in their Vaesen game, which is a Nordic horror game, which I'm really excited. Also Free League. And then the Thursdays I'm not doing that, I am guest facilitating a game of Wanderhome. So very different vibes this alternating Thursdays. But you can catch me over there. That's Chaotic Wonderful. That's what I've got going on. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah. Thanks for putting up with all of this madness and death. Alright.
I technically survived.
You did it! You did.
You become a cultist, so I mean.
Yeah.
Over to Meg.
Hello, everybody. I am Meg or Meg Mysteria, and you can find me as such on Twitch, on Twitter, on Itch. Pretty much everywhere that matters. I run Rampant in the Last Caravan Discord as well as Neon Lights. as for what's coming up, I bring up my itch specifically because apparently, and I wasn't informed of this until the actual casting call went out. Bite, a Honey Heist like TTRPG that I wrote, is going to be played as a one shot here on Lost Caravan. A reminder for all you lovely folks, I believe the cutoff is tonight if it hasn't been cut off already.
Nice.
So if you're wanting to do it right now. Do it right now. And I'm also going to say that even if you don't get to play and you want to, if you go onto my itch page, which is Magmysteria, itch.io/Magmysteria, it is pay what you want on there as well. But as far as what else I've got coming up, next month, you'll get to see some more of me and some more alien shenanigans. As on the 14th and the 28th, we have our next two-shot with the Alien RPG. And that'll be right here on Lost Caravan, so you get to see me torture my players as per usual, because this is outside of the norm.
It's so
But,
much fun.
yeah, it was so much fun. Singleton is such a fun character, and I'm so happy I got to play. But after that, starting up in October, there are a couple of other projects. I've got one going on that will start up in October on Neon Lights Roleplay called Last Transmission. It's very Dead Space-esque. As you can tell, I like a lot of sci-fi horror, so stick around, follow me, hang out, and chat with me, at me in the Discord. I will not shut up about Alien or Dead Space or anything of that nature. But I've talked enough, so let's throw it over to Jeff.
Yes.
As always, I'm Jeff. I am not as busy as all these people because I do other stuff. But I participate in these one-shots, and I always have fun with all these awesome people doing awesome RP, doing super cool shit. I miss swearing, playing a religious person. So I'm just gonna get him out right now. Fuck, shit, in other words. James.
Tense.
Hans.
Hi, okay, I have a speech prepared that I was writing during the outros.
Wait, let me get myself ready. Okay.
Dearest fellow players, I bring thine news from the great beyond. The mysterious patient Hoopa has decided to grant me life. It is strange. Who would expect such a fate? Was it the good rolls? Was it that he felt pity? I believe it was because my two other characters had died in the last two games with him. The game works in mysterious ways, and I still made a breakout. I wonder who shall take my fate instead. Who shall suffer in thine wake? Do I cut my nose to spite thine face? I wonder if this was a game of Pathfinder, then would I be punished far harsher? Does this mean my next character shall die? The words of Hoopa ring true in my ear like an echo in a cave. Am I reading too much into this bit? Have I gone too far? Is life just a series of rolls? Are we in a simulation? Do I know where I'm going? And then I ran out of time to keep writing.
Appreciate it.
That was the Hoop Prayer. You can find it in an upcoming book I'm writing called. I don't think I can say the title out loud yet. It's a secret. But you can find me on Twitter at GeekJames513, where I will continuously rave about Pathfinder because it's the game that pays me the most, and so I shall yell about it. And also check out Eldritch Osiris Games, which is my publishing house. It's the first TTRPG workers co-op in history. And we are currently doing at the end of every month, whatever total income we made, a portion of that will get donated to pro-abortion charities, currently ARC, which is Access Reproductive Care Southeast, because the South is really getting fucked right now, and we want to help people out. Besides that, I don't have any major projects because I don't know what's scheduled for me next month because my Lancer games are fucking gone for the next 2 weeks. So whoever's in my wake, enjoy that level of pain. I will be writing Pathfinder content in the meantime.
Dido will be there.
Oh, well, guess what? Dido gets to, hopefully not have her mech blow up the same way mine has done 3 times now canonically.
Yeah.
Do we count Kate's first death as an explosion one? Because that also destroyed my mech. Okay, so Firefly 1 didn't get canceled, but Firefly definitely got canceled for Kaboom and Boomer.
Of course, I am Andrew, your Games Master for the evening, and for most evenings around here. You can find me on Twitter at LastCaravanRPG. Haha, I got the right side of the screen. Take that, nerds.
Oh yeah.
Of course, you can find me in our Discord. The link is down below. It's a big old button that says Discord. And yes, if you want to roll dice with us, the casting call closes tonight. So please do go sign up. We have a bunch of games on the docket. We have some Weird West coming up next month, which I have been super inspired to write for. So we might see Weird West campaign in the near future. Mini campaign, which we're very, very excited for. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me. Just be good people, do good things, and stay nerdy. Our friends over at Tabletop Titties are live right now. I'm going to throw a raid over to them. But,
That is one of the greatest names.
right.